Good afternoon and welcome to the 2024 CEI Electrical Wild West 100. We are just north of Columbus, Montana. I am Miles Hassels alongside Grizz. We are about to get this party started. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait.
Oh, you know, the UTVs are great. We just watched them.
The youth this morning was fun to watch too. Those guys and gals were so cute.
But there's nothing by hearing that horsepower sitting out there right now.
Yeah, I would
just
assume
the rumble of the horsepower.
I'm going to guess the average horsepower is over 600, and I know we're sneaking up to 900 horsepower on a few of them.
Oh yeah,
it's going to be amazing.
I mean, leading the pack right out of the gate, we got Jensen. Right?
Yeah, Mark Jensen, the O.R.R. car. This is his first time. He brought O.R.Rs to the scene, I'm going to guess 20 years ago or so, and then his sons have built a race team around it, and now this is his first time actually getting to drive. So Mark Jensen is going to drive. It's really cool. And then we have an Ultra 4 season vet of Clint Peterson. Rich Goldman's been racing his bomber for a few years. Jeff Hadamaki just got a brand new Miller car, debuted at King of the Hammers, and then tumbled during practice here. Yeah, he got it straightened out, but he's good there. We have Brenna Goodwin, Greg Neff, good to see him. Yep. Levi Rhodes, who is leading his class for the championships.
Yep, he's the Pro Unlimited.
Yep. So he's going to skip the rocks. We have about 8 of the Ultra 4s that are hit the rocks. Everybody will bypass the rocks the first lap. Just we didn't want to bottleneck out the way. Spread it out a little bit. This will be an 8-lap race. It is 9 miles per lap, so 72 miles in total. They'll take off one at a time every 30 seconds here on Al Hogan's private 589-acre ranch. It is a slice of heaven up here.
Oh, it's awesome. So,
well, we're getting closer. We will go at 1:30 sharp, so just shy of 3 minutes. The green flag will fly for Mark Jensen. I can't wait. Oh, I love this part. I get too excited. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is gonna be awesome. I love watching these guys. You know, and out of that first section, it's going to be rough. We're going to have passing and catching, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens right out of the gate here. 30-second drops, it should be good. I was talking to Mark. He said the rocks are tight with that IFS front end because he is an IFS car.
Well, what is IFS? Independent front suspension. So most of these older Jeeps, like a Jeep or a Ford truck, has a solid axle. Yeah. And so in the rocks, it kind of helps it. When your left goes up, your right goes down. But with IFS, it's better in the high-speed section in the desert. But in the rocks, your left can go up and your right can flow. So it's and like you said, it's a little wider.
It's wider, and they don't have the turning radius.
Correct.
He said he said it. And these rocks are tight.
The most impressive ones you'll see in the rocks is Rich Goldman in that bomber and Jeff Hadamaki in that Miller Motors Pro chassis. And I think the Miller car even has, I think it's like 50-degree steering. It looks like it's braking, and you can be on it in full throttle.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see. Now, like we said, though, the high-speed parts of the back of this, which there isn't but it's rough and bouncy, that IFS car will do pretty darn good in that stuff. So, and then you go into our two-wheel drive Pro classes, and you got Rowdy Smith
in the TDK car,
who's got a good transmission now, and he's out here to push him. So,
yeah, Rowdy Smith won this race last year, so he's got a little chip on his shoulder, a target on his back, and I've been giving him a hard time all weekend because I'm excited to watch these Ultra 4s go through the rocks. I said, that's a real race car.
Yeah.
But all in good fun. Me and Rowdy have been laughing about it, but he's excited to run with the Ultra 4s because it's going to be wild. I don't think anybody's going to beat Caleb Rupp's time of 16 minutes and 7 seconds. I just don't think that's there. Obviously, Ultra 4s no, because they have to go through the rocks as well.
Yeah.
But even Rowdy, I think he's just too wide, too big, too heavy.
Yeah, not agile enough, I guess it's a good word for it. So
I think they'll be around that 18-minute mark for a fast lap for the pros, and then the Ultra 4s, I don't know how much that rock's going to last. At least a minute and a half, so probably 20 minutes. So off the line first, Mark Jensen with Kirk, his son, riding shotgun out of Bowdoin, Georgia, with Jensen Brothers Off-Road and ORI Strut Factory. It's a Jimmy's chassis, IFS 74-wheel portals, ORI and struts, Turbo 400, 40-inch Maxxis Trepadors, Raceline wheels, Starstream satellite communication. It weighs 4,800 pounds, and it was a finisher this year at King of the Hammers. And that is Clint Peterson off the line, hot and heavy, running strong. Glad to see him out there pushing it. We just saw his wife Dusty finished her race. That was very exciting to see.
And he also finished Hammers this year.
Yes.
Clint Peterson did.
So off the line next will be Rich Goldman and his buddy Jonathan riding shotgun in the Trophy Wife, a Bomber 4400 out of Missoula with Rocky Performance, Nelson Dentistry, Mom's Racing, Yukon, Optima, Willwood, and Farside Signs. That's going to be one you want to watch when we get to the rocks next lap around. What a great start to this race. They are starting one at a time every 30 seconds. It is a 9-mile lap, 8 laps in total, 72 miles. So off the line now is the number 9, Jeff Hatamaki with Aaron riding shotgun and that Miller Motorsports Pro chassis out of Kelowna, British Columbia, Canada, with Toyo Tires Canada, Night Riders, Gen 3 Speed, Brink Fab Motorsports, Top Grade Tire Recycling, Coast Powertrain, and Driveline Ketawana. And I was talking to Jeff last night, and his buddy Aaron called him Jeff Rekamaki. So we'll see what happens on this one. We were having fun. Up next is the 51-69 of Brenna Goodwin, with her husband Brandon Goodwin riding shotgun in that custom 4800 car out of Belfair, Washington, with Jensen Brothers, Certified Hydraulics, Kitsap Customs, Harbor Freight, Belfair Grounds, Central Welding, Rabron Vinyl, East Coast Gear Supply, and Phenom Transfer Case. And up next is the number 73 of Greg Neff with Alex Fleming with Sherpa Motorsports riding shotgun in that Neff chassis out of Broomfield, Colorado with Sherpa Equipment, Kenda Tire, Raceline Wheels, Warren Winch, Rough Stuff Specialties, Redline Oil, and Yukon Gear and Axle.
No, next is 808 of, that's the added one.
Oh.
Austin Pyatt.
So up next, a late register. I about missed it. Thanks for keeping me honest, Grizz. That's the 8008 of Austin Pyatt. It is 1998 Jeep Wrangler, and technically it's a 4500 car, but he wanted the rock, so he stepped up to the 4800 class. Alex is his co-driver, and he's from Box Elder, South Dakota. And up next, leading the points and should win his series as long as he can finish this race, the number 1119 of Levi Rhodes with Ramsey riding shotgun. TMR chassis out of Billings, Montana with Jim and Tracy's Alignment, J&M Tire, Napa, Matco Tools, Midland West Manufacturing, Billings Battery and Cable, JB Automotive, JSM Trucking, FJ Trucking, George and Jen Music, Hell Roaring Excavation, and Cross Petroleum. So Levi Road should lock down the series championship after this race, as long as he has a good one.
Yeah.
He's raced it 11 times on the road, hadn't finished yet.
Andy Blazer off the line now. He's sitting second in points.
And he won this race last year.
Yep.
So he's got Jim Gray riding shotgun out of Whitefish, Montana with Northwest Parts and Rigging, LBR Plumbing. And then our first in the pro class, Pro Unlimited, thank you, is Rowdy Smith. That's Shelby MacDonald, my normal co-host. That's her boyfriend, but she wanted to be a little more into the race this time. So the 1552, Rowdy Smith with Alex Potter riding shotgun in that Class 1 Truggy out of Moore, Montana with Throttle Down Customs, TDK Motorsports, Tree Dog Customs, Hurley's Oil Field Services, Baja Designs, Rao Designs, Switchback Designs, Inland Truck Parts, AFW Motorsports, Dirtbag Media, and Fully Deleted. It's going to be a fun one to watch. That car is definitely one you want to see. Up next is the 357 of Brady Wilson with Parker riding shotgun out of Laurel, Montana with Scott Chester.
And you guys might recognize that car. That's Levi Shirley's old car.
Yep, the old Sniper Fab car. I saw that one. I was like, yep, that's Levi's old car. And I had to do a little digging, and yep, there's Brady Wilson. So if I call Levi Shirley during this race, I apologize. It's going to happen. Up next is the number 4410 of David Warner with Justin Johnson riding shotgun in that 2009 chassis out of Duval, Washington with Toyo Tires, EMF Rod Ends, and King Shocks. And this one we've seen this car take a tumble earlier in Powell this year, but they got it back together and it's ready to rock and roll. This is the 4816 Aaron's daughter, Annalise Zindler, with Tanner riding shotgun out of Billings, Montana, with Jim and Tracy's alignment, J&N Tire, Midwest Manufacturing, Billings Battery and Cable, JB Automotive, JSM Trucking, FJ Trucking, George and Jim Music, Hell Roaring Excavation, and Cross Petroleum. Up next in the Pro class is the 4810 of Brian Drake out of Billings, Montana. Great to see this one running once again. And here's a special guest we have today, birthday boy Mike Ablett.
Yes.
Happy birthday to Mike Ablett. I can't think of a better place to spend it. Can you, Grizz?
No, I'd spend my birthday here if we did racing that time of year.
We saw Zach, his son, running yesterday with a little struggle bus, so hopefully Mike can put it all together. So happy birthday goes to Mike Ablott, number 1470, with Kelly running 77 Chevy C10 out of St. Pierre, South Dakota, with Pierre Sports Center, Blackhawk Marine, Battleborn Wheels, Lone Kid Racing, and Ablott Motorsports. Pierre Sports Center was our title sponsor for Sturgis this year. So this is Nick Nicola. You won't recognize this car, or at least I don't. I'm used to that old rad Ford Ranger he has, but he's in it for points. So he has basically a stock truck, if I'm not mistaken, racing up and making it happen. So Nick Nicola, who's sitting second in points right behind Mike Ablott, with Sean Troll riding shotgun in that 1991 F-150 out of Cody, Wyoming.
Next up is Andy Patat out of Jackson Hole, Wyoming, with JP Fabrication and Joe's Bank Account.
So he's got all the sponsors there. Joe's Bank Account, I love it. That's a cool little rig.
Toyota.
Yeah, old Toyota. So last but not least is Heston Sessler.
Can you see a number?
It's a late entry.
And that is a late entry, so I don't have a lot of information. I do apologize, but it's a Ford Bronco. I can see the TTB from here.
And for those of you that know, I've been around the Y.O.R.R series and us racing here in Montana. That's Willard's old race truck.
Oh,
so Don says the story the best. That's the first truck he ever rode in, and that's what got him addicted.
I love it. That's who started or helped start Yellowstone Off-Road.
Yep.
And then you and Aaron have transitioned and taken over, but I love to see that Don's still a part of it. He didn't want to be the nuts and bolts. He just wanted to help keep it alive.
Yeah, he conned me. I mean, talked me into taking it over.
I think he sold you a generator for $1, right?
Yeah.
I remember that story,
Yeah,
right?
I had to, I got Y.O.R.R, he got a generator. It was a great deal.
For somebody.
For somebody.
Well, it's going to be a great race. Thank you again for everybody for tuning in to the 2024 CEI Electrical Wild West 100. We are here just outside of Columbus, Montana on Al Hogan's private ranch with 589 acres. It is absolutely beautiful here. The sun is shining. It is 60 degrees, and it's going to be an amazing day.
Oh, it is. It's going to be great. So, Al is floating around here. I seen him earlier.
Oh, did you? I missed him. Okay.
I'll have to introduce you. It was
Please
when
do.
you were on the air. So.
All right.
But
I'd love to bump into that guy.
Yeah, a legend.
Yeah, a legend in Montana, a legend down in Baja. I mean, he was in the original Dust to Glory. He's won the Baja 1000. It's pretty amazing.
6100 car.
Okay.
It's been so much fun out here. We are starting. They took off one at a time every 30 seconds. This race is on adjusted time. They're doing 8 laps, 72 miles in total, and it's going to be fun to see. And I got another friendly face. Who do we got in here now?
Armando Vidalis.
Armando. All right. I just called you Armando all day. I apologize. I didn't
That's
want
fine.
to butcher the last name.
No, that's fine. That's fine. A lot of people. I've been called everything from Vittles to Vidalis to.
I would have been somewhere in between.
In the military, they were just butchered my name nonstop, so it's okay.
I think you're the only four-seater out there running, and you stayed strong, top 10 most of the day.
Yeah, it was real tight, real technical out there. Luckily, there wasn't a lot of dust, but it was real technical and tight.
Yeah.
And shorter cars probably had an advantage, but we were finally running strong. I mean, we've been having some issues before. And today was actually a really good day for us.
Yeah, it looked good. And like I said, you were top 10 off and on all day. And I don't remember exactly right now, but I think you had a top 10 finish.
Yeah, I think is Erin right there?
Yeah,
She said it was, I think she said 7th place.
Okay, I
which
would
is really
believe
good.
that, yeah.
We're really happy with it because of the issues we were having in the past.
The old long bus made it happen.
Yeah, I heard you guys were calling us the school bus there for a bit, which I'm probably going to paint it yellow now.
There we go. I like it.
I'm going to buy right into it because I got another car too, and I'm going to paint that one yellow.
Perfect. Well, you're
Yeah, the other
welcome.
ones
Or
too.
sorry. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's cool. It actually gave me a really good idea. Thanks.
No, it was a lot of fun watching, and you put it down there. What'd you think of the track? This is pretty tight and technical.
Real tight and technical. We had a really good time out there. We blasted through the water the first time.
And not the second, I assume, right?
No, and after that, about right around the second lap or so, we lost our comms.
Oh.
And then
Yeah,
the car
water's hard
started
on
sputtering
Ugh.
real bad when I would get on the gas. So we were down a little bit on power for a little while, and then
But it finally dried out?
eventually everything came back. So
All right.
after that, we were that creek was a little deeper than I thought because we blasted through it and couldn't see anything for a while.
Well, at least it was cold.
Oh, well, it was cold. It was the first lap, so it was cold. My gloves were completely drenched, and my hands got so cold I couldn't feel my fingers.
So you're just driving by. Hopefully, it's holding on there somehow.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, there is Clint Peterson on screen. It looks like.
Just went by the pits.
Yeah, so that's race mile number 6. That's where you were. If you would have went straight there, you entered the hot pits. But if you take that left, you blow on by right at race mile 6. So we should see our leaders back in here in the next, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 minutes probably. So,
Yep.
Yeah, these cars are
They're
really
not
fast.
going to have a fast time like we're not thinking they're having a Caleb Rupp 16-minute lap.
That was
16
incredible.
minutes,
There's
7
no way I
seconds.
can catch that guy in my car.
There was only one other person that was in the 16 minutes, and that was Jake Verson with a 16:50. Everybody else was 17:18. So it was just incredible.
The only thing that passed us out there was Maverick R's, I think.
Yeah, those
Yeah,
cars
so-
are the wave of the future. It's
My
looking like.
co-driver Joey, he's like, hey, maybe you should sell your cars and get a Maverick R. I'm like, I think I should.
I think they should.
Well,
I should, I don't know.
And
If
they're
you need
they're
to,
already yellow.
They are a sponsor. Elevated would be happy to hook you up with it.
I think they have one right
Elevated,
over there
I
that
think
let you
there's
take
one sitting
home.
on their trailer over there.
Oh,
We'll
yeah?
take it home with you today.
And they,
All right.
they may even take trade-ins.
Yeah. No, a really good time, and those cars are fast.
Yeah, it was
They're
a fun,
they're hard
and
to keep up with.
you definitely put on a great show. It was a lot of fun watching.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks.
All right,
I'm
well,
really happy.
Armando, it's always a pleasure.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
so much.
coming to chat.
Just wanted to thank a couple people.
Absolutely.
Big Sky Tire and Auto. They made it possible for me to be here. They do all my tire stuff, and they're definitely helping me out. Hess Motorsports and MRT Tires. Since I went on MRT Tires, I have not had a flat, and that's something.
Yeah,
right there.
that's impressive,
I have
especially
not
up
had a
here.
flat. Yeah.
So we'll see you at the next season for Yellowstone
yes, sir.
Off-Road
Yes,
Racing?
sir, for sure.
Perfect.
Going to Pahrump next. So
I
thank
like
you very
it.
much.
All right,
Thanks a lot.
Armando, good seeing you. We'll
Thank
see you
you.
around.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Have a good day, guys.
Yeah, you too.
That's Jeff Hatamaki
on screen right there.
Rekamaki, Hatamaki.
Rekamaki,
We'll see.
whatever C.
Hey, they gave me that name, so
Yeah, that was
his co-driver.
looks.
That was Aaron giving me that little nickname. And that's Mark Jensen.
So it looks like
Yeah,
something
so-
happened and he got passed. Because
that means Hatamaki-
Because Clint Peterson went by.
And maybe
Hatamaki-
even Rich Goldman as well.
There's Rich
Okay.
Goldman on screen right there. So
Was that before? So
no,
he's
it's
okay.
right behind him.
So that means
Clint Peterson and Hatamaki passed both Rich Goldman and Mark
Yeah.
King, right?
Mark Jensen.
Mark Jensen, sorry.
Mark King's a 1600
Yeah,
guy.
I know. I'm.
Hey, don't worry. I've messed some names up. It's
Oh,
gonna
look
happen.
at him.
Ooh,
He's taking the
either
bypass. Is
or.
that going to be faster?
Oh, Ethan, I have no idea.
I don't know. Mark Jensen. It's going to be close. Mark Jensen still has it, but that's the thing. If you're behind somebody, worst case you're still behind them. Take the
Yeah.
other line and see if
See
it
if it-
happens. Yeah, so Rich Goldman and Mark Jensen are battling out right there at race mile number 6. They both bypassed the hot pits. We'll see it because I would try, just like that. I would try to make a move right here because you're about to go back in the woods where it gets single lane again, and Rich Goldman gets the hammer down, and they're drag racing in there, and it does like Goldman's going to pitch
get
in there.
it?
Oh, he
that's
takes the
bad.
wrong line because you're supposed to be on that right road.
He's diving off right
okay,
there.
yep, that was a clean pass, but I was hoping he didn't stay on that left road because
Yes.
that goes to the wrong spot.
That goes way the wrong direction.
Yeah, so Clint Peterson does get the pass.
No,
and
that
makes
wasn't
it.
Clint. That was
Rich Goldman.
Rich
Thank
Goldman.
You. Yep, that
Clint
was Rich
Peterson
is out front.
is out front.
I think. Well, we're about to see. I think I can hear horsepower in the distance.
I can hear it. That's the nice thing is you can hear these cars
Oh, yeah.
coming. And it's a way better sound than the Maverick R's. They sound like they're backfiring
yeah,
almost,
they're
right?
spitting and sputter the whole time. So yeah, I think we're going to be in that 18-ish minute march for our leader. We'll see.
And then those will drop down because the rocks.
Oh, is that Rowdy Smith? I do believe.
Yes, that is Rowdy, and he's taking the outside line also, which is, just so everybody is, it is way smoother. There's no rocks on that outside
It's
line.
longer, but it's
longer,
smooth.
but it is smoother. I know when you're racing up it, Rowdy last year, because we were racing the opposite direction, went on the outside every time, and he said due to it being way smoother.
So Rowdy Smith does bypass and gets a little hang time there. I like that. I'm sure Willis is in the pits having fun with Shelby McDonald.
Willis did make it. I
Yep,
saw him.
I heard he made it late last night, so glad to hear he made it. Mr. Throttle Down Customs, who is our title sponsor for the Broadview race.
God, we got some battles here. Everybody's on.
Yes.
You know, they wanted us to give them a lap to get separated before they dive in the rocks. They're not separated. So it's going to be interesting.
I'm
in the
excited. Clint Peterson, I believe, will be our first one in. And then we'll have Hadamaki and Goldman and Jensen pretty close back to back. So, oh, we got another pass.
Everybody on the clear.
That's Andy Blazer. Couldn't quite tell the other car, but Andy Blazer does get overtaken.
It is Clint Peterson.
And it is Clint Peterson coming in that Trip Fab chassis. 44.99.
You know, and he did. Clint rode in the UTV as a passenger on the last race, so he does know this track pretty well and how tore up it got during that last race. So a little bit of an advantage there.
So our race leader, Peterson Racing, Clint Peterson. Well, I'm sure we'll stick with him because we're heading to the real racing there, Grizz.
Yep.
It's been fun all weekend, but this is something a little different that nobody has seen yet. We go up here, it's a steep climb, a hard left, and then a little bit of wobble-dobble, and then a really hard downhill drop to the left. That's where we saw Hadamaki wreck a Maki during practice. So this is just nuisance rocks right here. But here in about another 20 feet, he's going to do a hard drop to the left. And cameras don't do it justice, but this is like a 5-6 foot drop. And he drops it nice and smooth.
And you got to make a sharp right there.
Yep. So then it's a little easy for the next 20 feet, but then here's our hardest uphill rock section coming. And it's kind of interesting because right here it really depends on your line, because if you drop it just wrong, you kind of get pinched between a rock and a hard place.
Like he just did there. He backed out, and he's having to back up and move over because you can't get over that rock. You need to stay to the right a little more. When I did that and we went through, we just couldn't get it.
Well, we'll see what happens. Hopefully we'll get an update on if he made it through or not.
Nita, do you have a copy? Go ahead. Radio check. Thank you. Can you hear me?
Oh, Dallas just flew the drone back, so something must have happened.
Coming in.
I bet he's changing batteries.
Stand for.
I just seen the drone fly back, so
That's all part of it. But thank you again, everybody, for tuning in to the CEI Electrical Wild West 100, just outside of Columbus, Montana, on Al Hogan's ranch, 589 acres of heaven. And up next will be Rich Goldman in the Trophy Wife Bomber. So we got the drone on the ground. We're getting him swapped up.
as soon as we see it back up, I will pull it up in the air.
So he'll be coming in the screen here in just a moment. And there is Rich Goldman blasting through the CEI start-finish. And there we go. So Clint Peterson, we do see him exiting, but that took him a long time. That was probably a minute and a half longer, or probably a full minute longer than I anticipated. So now we should have Rich Goldman heading in. So there it is. Rich Goldman in the Trophy Wife Bomber. Him and his buddy Jonathan. We saw Jonathan make his Y.O.R.R debut in that yellow Mav-R this morning. And now here's that drop to the left. Put that tire in the crack. Drop. Get a little bit of throttle, and then an immediate right. But right there, oh, he does it. That's exactly what Hatamaki did during practice. So that was just got a little excited on the gas a little too soon. So now it is a bottleneck right there, and Greg Neff is 1 minute behind him. So this will be interesting. We have our recovery crew up there right now. Oh, and Hatamaki right behind Greg Neff. This is going to be a bottleneck. Oh, boy. And now I have seen Mark Jensen, so all hands on deck, trying to unplug Rich Goldman in that bomber. Tough break there. So with this, I think Rowdy Smith's coming through. He may be the second on the road because Clint Peterson made it through. So what's going to happen here? Everybody's going to have to wait for Rich Goldman. There's Greg Neff. There's Jeff Hatamaki. Jensen's heading in there now too. Now this is patience. This is hard to be slow right here.
This is going to give Rowdy some clean air.
Yeah. So there's Rowdy right there. So Rowdy Smith is second on the road now with the bottleneck there in the rock section. Oh, Rich Goldman's going to get some grief on that one. Tough break. He did that at King of the Hammers this year right after the start. So he's making a habit out of it.
Yeah.
We were laughing about that too. So yeah, that puts Rowdy Smith second on the road behind Clint Peterson. Rowdy Smith took off in about roughly 10th position. Yes, 10th position. So he passed the entire field except for Clint Peterson. Now we're flying back to see what's going on. Oh, it looks like Greg Neff, they
let him bypass around, jumped him back in.
That's fair. I like that. Trying to keep it smooth, but Rich Goldman was able to go. So Rich Goldman definitely slowed down. So Clint Peterson got a lucky break there. He's going to have to owe old Goldman a couple beverages tonight.
Yeah. And these rocks are steeper off the backside of that than you think. I ran through them in my Jeep when we did it, and they are way rough than you think. So
he made that look very easy. So Rich Goldman's a great rock crawler, but again, adrenaline, helmet. He got just a little excited.
Andy Blazer just went by the start-finish also. There's Hatamaki making his way through.
And just look at the steering on that Miller Pro chassis. Just makes it look easy.
Got in front of Levi Rhodes just now going by the start finish.
Okay, yep.
Because Andy Blazer was ahead.
Wow. And Levi Rhodes is he's going for the championship here with Yellowstone Off-Road. So Mark Jensen made quick work in that O.R.R car. So
this next section will be easy.
Yeah, the rest is I'm just going to call them off-camber nuisance rocks. Nothing tough, but you can't just blast through them. Do we have another? There's the 5169. Brenna Goodwin clicking off a lap.
Mark Jensen going across the nuisance rocks and right out, and so then they just go straight across. So
well, we got a little excited watching the rocks. We haven't been looking at lap times.
So what do we got?
So Clint Peterson with a 17:21 running the rocks.
No, that was without the rocks. That was his first lap.
That's right. Okay, you caught me. You caught me. 17:21 with no rocks. Rowdy Smith a 17:29. Obviously, he'll never run the rocks. He's scared of them. That was a joke.
I got it.
So yeah, that's impressive. Clint Peterson really threw down a great run, but he had a little hiccup in the rocks we saw, and then obviously Goldman rolled in the rocks, so that hiccuped
the
Neff,
rest of the field.
Hatamaki, and Jensen just a tick, and then now we know Goodwin is Brenna Goodwin's going through with clean rocks. We didn't get to see her, but wow,
she was nervous on the rocks. She pre-ran him, felt better about him, but she was nervous when we set him up.
So just over 1 minute slower then Caleb Rupp. Oh, there's
Levi Shirley, the old Levi Shirley car. I just did it. It's Brady,
Brady
Wilson.
Wilson. I said it in my head, but I kept it.
Yeah,
and then I anyway, Brady Wilson. Clicking off a lap. So let's do it by class. So in 4,400 Unlimited, it is Clint Peterson, Rich Goldman, and Mark Jensen. In the 4,800, it's Greg Neff, Jeff Hatamaki, Austin Pyatt, and Brenna Goodwin. In the Y.O.R.R Pro, it is Rowdy Smith, Birthday Boy Mike Ablott, Heston Schessler, Andy Patak, and Nick Nicola. Then the Pro Unlimited, it's Andy Blazer, Levi Rose.
And just so we're all clear, Heston, Andy, and Nick have not been by us yet.
You are right. So in Pro Unlimited, it's Andy Blazer, Levi Rhodes, and Brady Wilson. We have not seen David Warner or Annalise Zindler yet, or Brian Drake. So we still have about 6 of them that have not completed their first lap of 8.
And all those, the order that we just gave you now, that was no rocks.
Correct.
Because they hadn't ran the rocks yet.
So this will be interesting.
It's hard for me to keep that straight.
Yeah.
We're the ones that thought of the rules. Not us, one of the drivers did.
Yeah, no, it
'Cause
does
they did
make
not-
sense, though.
It made total sense. That way they didn't get piled up and not everybody ended up on the rocks right at the same time.
Was
And-
somebody rolled over in the middle or something?
Yeah, in case somebody rolled over.
What,
and
was
then-
it Goldman's idea or somebody else?
I think it was Goldman's idea, actually.
Even better. You can't write stories this good. Oh, we're having some fun here for the 2024 CEI Electrical Wild West 100 here in Columbus, Montana with Yellowstone Off-Road Racing. And here comes the 4410 of David Warner. Oh, we have Brenna Goodwin fans out there having
Yeah.
some fun. Got a couple of them rooting her on. And actually, Brandon is the one that came up. Her husband is the one that came up with that first gnarly drop.
Yep.
And she was not impressed with him right at the
No,
moment.
at the time she was not at all.
So David Warner getting ready to click off lap number 1 of 8. So far, so good.
And the only reason he is not running the rocks, so we're clear, he got all the way here. He said, I'm missing my skid plate, but I know where it is. In Washington.
Right where you left it.
Right where he left it. So with no skid plate, he didn't want to risk the rocks just because of some of those points and stuff.
Makes sense to me.
Makes total sense. Nothing worse than taking out a transmission or something with not having a skid plate. This footage has been great by Montana Drone Company. Dallas
all season long, it's
all
been amazing.
season, and Dallas has just been ripping it. He's flying a new drone he just got.
Yeah, did you see
and
the
that
zoom on that? Look at this zoom right
I mean,
here.
He can get the whole track. This is all from one drone.
This is Brian Drake. Well, not the entire track, but most of it.
Most of it. That's true. The
it's-
back draw, he can't. But
It's
yeah,
impressive. Speaking about being impressed, it's been an amazing season. Let's give a huge shout out to CEI Electrical, Wild West Off-Road Series, Elevated Power Sports, Can-Am, Epic Racewear, DRW Performance, Jim and Tracy's Alignment, Blackbeard Bronco, Must Be Nice Performance.
T&E, the cat show. They're the cat store. They're giving us our live feed. C4 Fabrication, Montana Drone Company, Pierce Sports Center, Mickey Thompson, Dakota Alignment and Frame, Throttle Down Custom, Roller Construction, Rugged Radios.
Next Gen, AJ's Diesel, PRP, Dust Pods, Linrich, Copyright Printing, Stillwater Excavation.
Napa, ZRP, Inland Truck Parts, Montana Braveheart, Nonprofit, Combustion Syndicate, Montana 4x4 Association, and Hogan Corp.
So please support who supports the sport. Without each and every one of those important marketing partners, we would not be racing here today. With Yellowstone Off-Road Racing. So whether you're building a mall crawler, a tow rig, a race car, go check out all these wonderful companies.
Just need a new bumper for your truck. Get a hold of TDK.
TDK. There's a lot of those bumpers out here.
About everybody here, I think, has one.
Yeah, they build some nice stuff. But I
I know I do.
guarantee if you ordered one right now, you wouldn't get it because they're all here racing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rowdy Smith and Alex Potter are out here. Keaton Potter raced yesterday. Rowdy's racing right now. Willis is here in the pits. I mean, I don't know if there's anybody less at the shop.
I don't think they have been. Who do we got there on screen? Oh, that looks like one of our volunteers.
That's a Can-Am commander.
That's Can-Am.
Or defender.
Defender.
What a beautiful backdrop we have here. We are just outside of Columbus, Montana, situated on the north bank of the Yellowstone River, located about 40 miles west of Billings. It's a quiet community known for its outdoors activities, especially fishing. Columbus also serves as a gateway to the Beartooth Mountains and Yellowstone National Park. Elevation is 3,500 feet, population 1,900 people. And I'm telling you, it's big sky country as far as you can see, but the small mountains here are beautiful. And then with the backdrop of Yellowstone National Park with the snow-capped mountains, amazing, breathtaking.
Oh, yeah. Those Beartooth are just amazing mountain range.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm still new to the Montana area. I've been traveling up here more and more, and I'm loving it. I still haven't made it to Yellowstone yet, and I've had the opportunity, but I didn't want to go without my wife, Bailey, and my two kids, Jade and Ella. I just couldn't do it yet.
Looks like Big Sky 200 next year.
Sounds
You're
good to
bringing
me.
the whole family.
I'd love to. There's our physical race leader, Clint Peterson. And I think if I'm not mistaken, this may be coming up to one of our either-ors.
No, he just went by Dead Man's Corner.
Yes, okay, there he is, yep.
So he's at the top of the hill climb hill, so he'll be coming by the pits and mile marker 6-ish, so Dead Man's Corner.
So he's at 5 right now.
He's about just past 5.
And with a great lead, Clint Peterson with Peterson Motorsports doing some great work out there. So Clint has been racing Ultra 4, King of the Hammers, Yellowstone off-road racing for a long time in that old Trent fabrication car and doing some great things. And with that little bottleneck provided by Rich Goldman, his lead just got a little more comfortable.
Yeah.
He did have only 7 seconds on adjusted time over Rowdy Smith. So next time around, we had hit the rocks, so Rowdy Smith's definitely going to be our overall leader because he bypasses the hard rocks.
So that's kind of confusing because we're running so many different classes at the same time. So,
but we'll do our best to keep you honest. And again, go to speedhive.mylaps.com.
And right there is Rowdy coming through the same section Clint did. So he just went by Dead Man's and coming around the top of the hill climb hill.
That is a beautiful. It's probably 10 years old by now.
That truck,
but it's a beautiful Class 1 truggy style that Jeremy, Mr. Throttle Down Customs, built all the whole thing.
Built.
It's pretty impressive, and to be still this competitive, it's awesome.
And this is the second car they've built. So first one's for sale still. I haven't decided to buy it yet.
Yeah.
My daughters,
so you're saying there's a chance?
No, my daughters keep asking. It's not going to happen, but. Coming by the start Finney, we got Andy Patat here right now.
And the old Toyota that could. Well, we got a little bit of battle on screen. That's Rich Goldman.
God, that's a good view because that is...
Oh, and there's Jeff Hatamaki coming at us.
Those spots are further away than you think on that shot that you just had.
Yeah.
With one coming at us, one going away. They're a ways apart. They're, I don't know, couple 100 yards apart, 300 yards.
Okay, that's Andy Blazer, if I'm not
No.
There's definitely Rich Goldman out front.
Yeah, that might be Andy Blazer. I think you're right. You're better at picking these out than me.
That's my guess. What a great shot by Montana Drone Company. This is absolutely amazing. And it's Mark Jensen that just came to screen and disappeared.
There he is again.
You can see the IFS in the front when he leaned to that left. The left tire went down, the right tire did what it wanted. Really cool to see.
He's getting ready to make that corner and start doing the hill climb. That hill climb that we just saw Andy Blazer on and Goldman. So
yeah, really cool to see Mark Jensen out there racing at, I think he's 72 years of age, if I remember right. There's Levi Rhodes. And if you saw when he was coming at us, the front of that bumper is a little bit tweaked. That's because there in Sturgis, when it was getting unloaded, Aaron just drove right in the side of the Jim and Tracy alignment trailer.
Yeah. I mean, that's why she's doing our timing and not driving a race car right there. She can't even unload it without wrecking them.
All in good fun. But again, we like giving everybody a hard time. If we didn't give somebody a hard time, that means we didn't love them.
Yeah, that's right.
But again, Grizz, you and Aaron and your entire team, very impressed with the way you run your organization. Very grassroots, but it takes an army to do it, and you guys are out here just enjoying it, and I've really enjoyed being a small part of it.
No, thanks. I mean, our volunteers are next to none. I mean, they're here helping us all the time. And it's fun, and we just go out and have fun. When we work on the track, we probably get it done in a day or two when we do it. But
take a week, make a weekend out of it.
So we all set up campers, hang out, work for a little bit, cook,
have some beverages,
have some beverages, and just have fun.
Thank you.
I sent Lindsay in the side by side. Just so you know, like.
Did you?
Yeah, I heard.
Make the screen turn.
What a beautiful background we have here. It's absolutely amazing. Thank you again for everybody tuning in. This coverage of Yellowstone off-road racing for the Wild West 100 is presented by
like,
CEI Electrical Contractor.
Looks like Neff's going in. Is that Neff?
That is Greg Neff heading
He's
into
the
hot
pits.
Not sure what happened there. Tough break. We'll see if we can follow him through. I know Shelby is down there at the Throttle Down Customs home base.
Which is just a little bit down from there.
We'll see if she can give us any information.
Oh, this is a great shot. They're jacking up the front end. Great shot by Dallison.
But I don't know if I notice a flat tire. They don't have another tire ready. So are they checking steering? Are they checking a left front axle?
They're shaking that left front.
Nope. So he was worried about something. So they came in, checked ball joints, checked steering, checked whatever, axle. And they said, no, you're good. Keep on keeping on. So better safe than sorry, because you just never know. But there still could be an issue.
And it's slow going through that pits. I mean, because it's 20 mile an hour through there. So we got Clint Peterson coming in.
Our physical race leader is coming back in through the CEI Electrical start-finish, finishing at lap number 2 of 8. We started them off at 1 at a time. Every 30 seconds, this race is on adjusted time.
Be ready in the rocks again.
So it will be 8 laps in total, 9 miles per lap, 72 miles of brutal abuse here in Columbus, Montana. And I love being able to see the CEI start finish, because I gave a really good visual of that car. It looked like everything looked amazing as they go through the rugged radio flags up to the rock section.
And that's a nice little ledge there at the top, like the nuisance rock, like Miles said, just here for a minute, and then that drop that got everybody.
That's gotten Rekamaki, it's gotten Goldman. We'll have to get a wrecking name for Goldman here in a little bit.
Yeah, that's twice. He let off in Hammers and here.
So we'll see if Clint Peterson can drop nice and easy, and he does. Hangs the wheel a little bit, makes it smooth. How he can make it up here. I do hear Rowdy Smith in the background, so it's going to be interesting to see.
Rowdy will get by him.
I think Rowdy's going to get by him, because he skips the hard
got
part.
a clean line over that this time.
That was the cleanest I've seen yet. So Clint Peterson and that Trent Fab car makes a great run. So yeah, yep, Rowdy Smith is going to get around him. So can Rowdy Smith back up his win from last year. He is now our official physical race leader. And last time around, Rowdy Smith had an 18:05 and Clint Peterson had a 21:07. So it is about 2 minutes in the rocks.
This downhill used to be brutal, and they've just knocked all the rocks out of there. So, and Clint's now jumping back on track. He'll be down behind. So now he's going to have to fight dust for the first time today. Out of curiosity, what was that lap, his first rock lap, Clint Peterson's?
It was a 21:07 and Rowdy Smith was an 18:05. So basically about a 2-minute difference. But the fastest lap of this race thus far was Clint Peterson with no rocks with a 17:21. So,
Yep.
So far the fastest car out on course is a 4400 unlimited car, just an Ultra 4 car, just letting you know.
Well, you know, one lap.
Oh, man, we're having fun.
Rowdy's got about 7 more to try beating that. So
Well,
we'll see.
only 6 more now.
6 more now,
He
that's
just
right.
finished his second lap of 8.
And he's got clean air now.
Yeah.
So this could be the difference. I don't know. Clint runs
He's
hard.
a wheel man, that's for sure.
And he runs hard. First time doing hammers, he finished it. And that's
something
I
to
can
be
tell
said.
you right now that is something to be said. That is hard to do.
I can't tell you. I've been there a lot, but I've never raced it. It's King of the Hammers is definitely a bucket list item. If you guys and gals back at home ever want to go check it out, it's one to be seen. I mean, you've been there a couple times now, and you've raced it and finished it.
Yes. Only raced it once, but I did finish it. But
Well, one and done, huh?
one and done, I called her. So I'm good with that.
Thank you again for everybody tuning in at home. This coverage of Yellowstone Off-Road Racing for the Wild West 100 is presented by CEI Electrical Contractors and brought to you by our official sponsors: Elevated Power Sports, Jim and Tracy's Alignment, DRW Performance, Epic Racewear, Must Be Nice Performance, and by Blackbeard Broncos.
Well, we got Neff, so this will be the next car going into the rocks. No, that's not Greg Neff.
Yes.
I'm wrong.
Oh, that's Rich Goldman.
Is it Goldman? We'll see here in a
Yep,
minute.
that is the bomber chassis. That is
Okay.
Rich Goldman.
I called that wrong. 2 orange cars.
Yeah. 2 orange cars don't make it right.
What do you think? You think he can get through it this time without?
Only time will tell. I know he's thinking about it right now. That's all he can think about is don't roll it, dummy. And I know his buddy Jonathan's sitting there shotgun. They're laughing right now thinking, oh my goodness, I can't believe I did that. But hey, the race jitters will get you. So he's going up that steep hill. He'll take that left, a little bit of nuisance rocks, and then we'll see if he can make that drop. So he's about 20 feet away. We'll see. And what he did last time wrong was he turned right too soon and gassed it. So he'll have to drop a little bit longer to the left before he turns right. So he's taking it nice and slow. There you go. See how he turned left there? So now he's right. So he just turned right too soon last time.
Which will give Hatamaki. This will give Hatamaki a clean run through there as long as he keeps going.
And Andy Blazer, I believe, is running with the Y.O.R.R series, not with
Yes.
the Ultra 4 car, so he will bypass it. Oh, and he got stuck on the little uphill, huh? He's fighting something. So that means Hatamaki should be getting there.
Yep,
He is.
There he is.
So Hatamaki made
you
the
think
same.
Hatamaki will take the pass on the right side?
I don't know.
Because
This
there's
could
enough
be-
room there.
It's going to be interesting. And Hatamaki did the same little tip over during practice as Goldman did. So you know his race jitters are going right now. I had a fun chat with him last night at the Jim and Tracy's little shindig. We had a seafood boil in the middle of nowhere, Montana. That was amazing. Thanks again to Jim and Tracy's Alignment. So Hatamaki, we'll see if Goldman has cleared.
Yep.
Goldman has cleared, so he's got a clean race. There's a little bit of right foot, makes it right on through. And I see Greg Neff coming through. So it is Rowdy Smith physically out front, then Clint Peterson, then Andy Blazer, then Rich Goldman, then Jed Hadamaki, then Greg Neff, and then Mark Jensen. Those are our top 7 out on lap number 3 of 8.
Greg Neff going through there right now.
Greg Neff with Alex Fleming riding shotgun, part of Sherpa Motorsports. They've got a great social media following. If you haven't checked out Sherpa Motorsports, you really need to check
They've
out.
been racing with us for several years now.
I think they've been racing with you guys longer than us at Ultra 4.
Yep.
So Greg Neff dropping nice and easy, hanging that that right front tire, and making some quick work with it. I'm still waiting on some updates from
Oh,
Shelby
and there
McDonald.
comes Jensen just jamming through there, Mark.
So Mark Jensen right behind Greg Neff, and he's pushing hard.
I think he's getting used to that car. I mean, this is
That's a beautiful
this is the
car.
first time he's raced, the way I understand it, correct?
Yeah, first time in a race, entered in a race in
yeah.
that car, or in any car. Well, I guess he did say he used to do mud bogs 20, 30 years ago.
Yep. He says he can't make this turn, so we'll see if he's got it figured out. But last time he had to back up and do it again. We won't get to see it, but he says that car does not turn enough to get that first corner there.
Man, it's been a great show so far. Thanks again for Tractor and Equipment Cat for the live show. Montana Drone Company has teamed up with us for the last 6 years. Dallas and his company bringing some amazing views.
And footage, just great footage.
Yeah, it's great.
You need anything done, just give Dallas a call. He does all sorts of, from property shots to everything. I mean, Friday before he came over here, or the day before he came up here, he went to inspect a roof and do measurements on a roof with one of his drones so they could bid the roof jobs at Big Sky, Montana on a 20-story hotel up there in the mountains.
Nobody wanted to get up there, huh?
Nobody wanted to climb up there, so he just flies the drones up, measures it all, does the square
That's
footage.
pretty impressive.
So-
Never would have thought of that. Yeah, I've been waiting on some updates from the pits from Shelby McDonald, but I don't have any, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
We did see Greg Neff pull in, but they checked the front end and sent him right back out.
A lot of chatter on the radio.
Yeah, the Rugged Radio's been busy this weekend.
1408 out.
Uh-oh, 1408 out? That's Nick Nicola. He's in the hunt for the points. So that's
yeah,
a tough
remember
break
though,
for
it's
him.
not the car he's used to.
Yeah.
And he had bad luck in
Sturgis.
Sturgis.
I hate to
Steering
hear
box
that.
drove. Remember, he Armstronged it for as long as he could.
Tough break for Nick Nicola. Haven't seen Annalise Zindler. Haven't seen Mike Ablott. Bummer.
119 is in the pits. They're working on it right now. Levi Rhodes.
Uh-oh.
Well, that could be interesting coming down to that. Mike Ablott's in the pits.
Uh-oh.
So we're getting some good chatter. Where's our pit girl at when we need it?
She doesn't need to do anything. Her guy's in the first.
Yeah.
She's down there making sure Rowdy Smith is keeping his line on that throttle down customs car. It is just absolutely beautiful today,
Oh.
Grizz. I'm loving it.
No wind, but the dust has not been that
It's
bad.
not bad at all.
They said this track, talking to some of the UTV guys, was not that dusty. So that rain did us just enough to
It
let
was
that
perfect.
soak in.
Oh, well, I see Brenna Goodwin. Her husband Brandon riding shotgun.
How would you like to ride around if your wife was driving?
I don't know. I don't very often. Not even in the miniature van.
Not even when I want her to drive, she drives.
Uh-oh, Shelby McDonald said broke a drive line. I don't know if that's... I'm going to ask, is that Rowdy? That'd be terrible because obviously broken drive line on a two-wheel drive means you're not moving
done.
anywhere. Oh, I hope that's not the case, but she didn't give me a name, but I assume that's what she meant.
I think that's Brendan we have going up through the rocks right now. Yes, it is.
Yep, Brenna Goodwin. Oh, the attrition's starting to set in. Nick Nicola's out. Ablott was in the pits. Levi Rhodes in the pits. Possibly Rowdy Smith with a broken drive line. Not sure where. Man, the
See what
attrition's
line
starting
she
to
takes.
set in.
She did not want to do this. Oh, look at that.
She went
did it
more
like
of a straight line. I kind of like that. She
That
didn't
was
give it the opportunity to get all tippy.
Yeah.
Well, now this is the hardest rock crawl of the event. See, yep, she's got to have her left tire on that rock right about where she is. Has to bump it just a little bit.
I think some rocks got knocked out. Yep, they did. So she had to hit it a little.
Oh, and she gave it all of it. I think she just smoked the left front tire.
Did she?
She hit hard.
Yes, she
Yep,
did.
yeah. I right when she hit it, I was like, that
I
was
saw
the
that
wrong
once.
hit.
She blew a tire in the rocks. She'll probably just run it through and change it at the bottom. Is what what I would do.
I would make her husband get out and change it.
He's the one that helped pick the line. Nope, there she pulled over right there.
She's trying to get on
gonna go
flat
onto the
ground.
flat.
Yep. Yeah, definitely for safety reasons. Changing the tire, you want to get as flat as you can. So
You
Brandon's
don't
going to
believe
hop
us,
out.
Ask Aaron sometime about her changing a tire in Jack
Oh, man.
in the middle of it.
No thanks. And you're saying Jack Hammer at King of the Hammers. During King of the Hammers.
Yeah. She was riding passenger and had to change a tire there. And I'm pretty sure the tire weighs more than she does.
No doubt. And then some.
Sounds like we got Brady Wilson coming. Am I right on that
Yep,
one?
in the old Sniper Fab car. Driven by Levi Shirley for multiple years. Great to see it still in action. Racing up here with Yellowstone Off-Road Racing. It sounds like it's got a little bit of spit and sputter to it.
So he was having some issues, some coil issues and ignition issues.
I was going to
he
say,
thought he
yeah.
had them all fixed, but
I was going to say
there's
injector or coil or something
something, yeah.
along that line. It's just not firing all the way. It's
oh, that was Aaron. Is that Aaron that texted you?
call Shelby McDonald.
You guys can help them. We're not running ultra portables.
Hey, who's got the broken drive?
You can help them. Or they can
Oh,
go back to the
no.
pits too if they want
Okay.
to, but yes, you can absolutely help them.
Are they out on course? Bummer. Do you have a clue where they're at? No worries.
Burrell, when you're down here at the gate of the rocks, we can parts run more than
Yep,
we need
up
to.
by you guys. Okay. All right. Bummer. Thank you. So just got a hold of Shelby McDonald, and it is Rowdy Smith with a broke drive line somewhere between race mile 3 and 5.
Oh, man.
And they're trying to evaluate if they can fix it out on course. I don't know. What a bummer.
Yeah, we got... So we got Shane Lowe just sent us a message. He said, great coverage. Love listening to us. So...
Oh,
see
they're
you
going to
all
be at the
in
Big Sky 200.
next
I
year.
love it. Yeah, that's a... every race is my favorite. I always say that. But I would say if you're going to pick one, the Big Sky 200 is probably the biggest race of the Yellowstone Off-Road
Yeah.
Series. Especially adding the 12-hour UTV race. That was an amazing addition. But for a technical race here in Columbus, short course race, Sturgis, haven't been to Powell, but I would say the Big Sky 200 is probably the biggest Yellowstone off-road race you guys have.
It is. And everybody likes that long course. So it's kind of cool. We go from a long course there to a short course in Sturgis. So it's kind of...
How long is the Powell race?
POW race is shorter yet. I think it's 3.5 miles.
Oh, okay.
4 miles. So, but it's desert 3.5 and rough, like silt beds.
Oh, wow.
Like in the
That's
corners,
an interesting
silt beds.
race course.
Looks just like you're down in the desert, like in the middle of nowhere.
So how do you send them off course on a 4-mile track?
We
Is
do
it
two at a time.
Okay. Ooh.
So, 2 at a time, and with the UTVs, what we do there is we do same thing we did in Sturgis. So you got to experience that for the first time, where you have one race, 2 races. So you got 2 UTV races,
and then you combine them.
and you combined them. So
That's it's an interesting way to do it, because it can come down to just a little bit of luck on some of it, but to fit it all in, it works. I like it.
Yep. And that wasn't our ideas. That's how the Worlds did it once, UTV Worlds, and we got the idea from one of our guys that went down to race there, because we were just trying to figure out how to do it without doing heats and mains.
Yeah, because that can get tricky also.
But we do start them 2 at a time in Sturgis, so I forgot about that. I mean, shouldn't have. That was our last race. But we do start 2 at a time there also.
Again, if you were just tuning in, this is the CEI Electrical Wild West 100, just outside of Columbus, Montana, on Al Hogan's private ranch, 589 acres. It is absolutely beautiful here. It's been a great weekend. We've been here for 5 days now, I guess.
Wednesday through, yeah.
And then tonight, we crown a series champion.
Yes.
In each class, thanks to Fire River Racing. The Prendergast family made a lot of amazing trophies for this race and the series championships. There's Andy Patak, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, you are correct, in the Toyota.
Okay. Rowdy is officially out of the race. Tough break for Throttle Down Customs. I hate to hear that. That's racing. The bug bit again. There's Andy Patat. One of our late registers. Great to see him get that truck done last second and back out there and running.
Yeah. And that truck's fast. It's smooth.
Yeah, that old Toyota's
It's
a good
not,
looking
I mean,
rig.
I guess it's probably not the fastest truck out there. I don't want to say that, but it's probably one of the smoother trucks. The suspension, he's got that dialed in. And I've always, when we started racing, the one thing I always said is if you get the suspension right, you can have all the horsepower you want, but if it rides like crap, it doesn't do any good.
Yeah, that is a fact. So we should be seeing Clint Peterson, I think. He should have been in by now. Oh, I hear him. I assume I hear him. Now I see him. So yes, Clint Peterson, as we're talking about him, is our new physical race leader. We'll see what kind of lap time he can throw down. Last time was a 21:07 with the rocks, so I'll be interested to see. Oh, I see Brenna Goodwin did get that tire changed. Well, I couldn't tell. I think she got the tire changed, but she is heading back towards the hot pits.
So I wonder if she did more than that or what's going on there.
So Clint Peterson, the number 4499 with Peterson Racing. All sorts of slideways right in front of us. Dusting out Aaron just a tick.
And he's heading to the rocks. And he's got a clean run in the rocks. There's nobody in front of him or anything else.
5169, Brenna going into the
So it was a 21:07 for his last lap. He shaved off a full minute with a 20:04 with rocks. So Clint Peterson, our physical race leader, starting to pick it up a little bit. And like you said, Grizz, clean rocks in front of him.
1119 is headed back out of the pit to keep going.
Oh, all right. Levi Rhodes is heading back out of the pits. Hearing some chatter over the rugged race radios.
You know, and he's trying to get as many laps. He doesn't have to win this. But remember, with our way we do our points, every lap counts. And he's far enough ahead to where I think if he gets at least 5 laps
Yeah.
or so, they had it down the math because they brought it up to us that he didn't have to win, but he had to finish so many laps. Ooh, we got Clint stuck on the rocks there.
That's that second up rock section.
I think it's starting to get beat out. Look at his tire spin, but his front end's not digging at all.
Front end's not moving. I wonder if the T case popped out, or is he having a driveline issue? That'd be a bummer. There's Eric Weichel, part of No Fear Racing. He races the 406 yellow Jimmy's car normally, but he was
He just got done with Vegas to Reno
and finished it.
And
the car
he just said, the car needs gone through, and they need to get
wasn't
some
quite
work
ready,
done.
but he's out here giving his friends some help. So Eric Weichel and Wade are out here.
They do an excellent, they come out to every race, help us mark the course.
No, they're
do
a
it.
great team.
It's a great team and a great group of guys. They're at a how is it? Is it Helena or Helena?
Helena, Montana.
Oh, I thought it was Helena, Montana.
Yeah,
isn't
my
it?
first time up here, I called it Helena because I'm a redneck. I didn't know, and you guys have not let me forget, and I appreciate that.
I mean, not that we would purposely send you a video on after a party of us calling it Helena.
Not trying to mess with anybody, but me.
But you.
All in good fun. So what's going on with Clint Peterson? Because if he has something broke in the front end, he has to go through the rocks every single lap, so it's going to be tough for him.
That's going to be slow for him every time.
So we saw Rowdy Smith out front drop out with a rear drive line because it's two-wheel drive. Now Clint Peterson is out front, but he's having... I just saw Levi Rhodes move through, so he is back in action. So what? He just headed out for his third lap, so he's only... Clint Peterson, we just saw on screen, stuck, broken.
Andy Blazer hasn't come by either.
Yeah, not yet. But Andy Blazer was a little bit behind, so I expect to see him in any minute. Yep, 44.99. We saw that Clint Peterson has a broken front drive shaft. So does he have a spare one? He can do the rest of the course and make it to the hot pits. So hopefully he has a spare.
That's what I would do, is I would run what I had.
As long as it's not under there clanking and beating everything up. I would run it
out, run it.
Yep, I would run it to race mile 6 to the hot pits, switch it out with your team, and then get back out there. He still has time.
You and I both know. Yeah, and look, he's going. So.
And now he's in these nuisance rocks, which is not tough in 4-wheel drive, but it could be tricky in 2-wheel drive.
Yeah.
So
and this
momentum
downhill
there
drop has become way easier. I looked at it. It was rougher when we kind of designed it. Look, you can see they blew all the rocks out. So now he should be able to run from there all the way to the pits. Or if he's got the drive shaft on the car and they're fast enough, option 2 is just to change it.
I would go to the pits so that way you have more tools, more people, more everything. So if you can make it to the pits, that's definitely the smarter decision. Unless,
he's
like
not
what I was
moving
saying,
fast.
Nope, he is going to change it because maybe it is down there clunking and beating around. So hopefully they have a front drive shaft on the car. And just like that, you were asking where Andy Blazer is. Here he is. We saw his son Griffin Blazer win the Youth 170 this morning. And now he's got a chance with Rowdy dropped out. Clint Peterson having issues. Now it's Andy Blazer and Rich Goldman right behind Blazer. So right now it's the race between Rich Goldman and Jeff Hatamaki. Because Blazer gets to skip the rock section.
Yep. That bumps Blazer up into physical first because Clint's out. But
And Jeff Hatamaki is running down Rich Goldman. The rock section is about to get done. So Andy Blazer
and Hatamaki is going to want to try getting by him. He is on it to try getting by him before the rocks. I don't think he's
he's trying for the pass. And that's not enough time. There's a little bit on this uphill. Nope, it gets single file way too soon. So now Hatamaki has to watch. And these are the... Goldman gets stuck on... I'm not going to call this easy, but it's not hard.
I think he went off to the left too far and got caught up in there.
He may have broke something.
Go. Look at that.
Rich Goldman may have broke something on his bomber car. So now Hatamaki... Ooh, this is going to be interesting.
Where's Annalise at? So Annalisa's out. She's
So Annalise is out of the race.
Race,
Oh,
yeah.
I hate to hear that for that Jim and Tracy's car. Bummer.
You know, they got it back together so she could race one last race in that. They got a new frame and a new chassis.
Yeah, it's
for
going to be a TMR car.
chip.
Yep.
So after the bad wreck that she had in
Powell.
Powell,
Yep.
that car has been tore apart. So
I hate to hear that. And
Hate to
speaking
hear
about
that.
tore apart, Rich Goldman, you saw him back down. Not sure what's going on with that. So Rich Goldman's having issues in the rocks. Clint Peterson has had issues. And Jeff Hadamaki, I believe, is our new Ultra 4 leader. Because Clint, well, let's follow along and see if Clint Peterson got back going yet or not.
one correction we do have to make with Brady, Parker is not his passenger, it's Tay. So Parker, I guess, had to work. So
Dang jobs always get in the way,
jobs
huh?
get in the way of you having fun. That's what I tell Aaron all the time. It's our real jobs get in the way of this racing thing we like to do.
So somebody asked if Brenna broke something. She definitely flattened a left front tire, but then I did see her go back to the pits, but now I see her coming out of pits, so perfect timing.
And she's
so,
jumping back on where she got off, which
Yep.
is the rule.
Yep, so Chrissy, thanks for tuning in, but Brenna did break something, but she is back out on course. And it looks like Goldman may be out of
He
the
backed
race.
all the way back down that and
I
stopped.
hate to see that. And I don't know if Clint Peterson got back going yet or not. Here comes Mark Jensen.
I got her. And we've got a car up 433
On screen there, you got Matt Jensen coming around through the CI Can-Am start finish.
Get back on the off, Trevor. You left off.
Okay, thanks, guys.
You know, and that was good of her. She went all the way back up, and where she jumped off in the rocks, she jumped back on right in the same spot in the rocks and went through the rest of the rocks.
I just went out there to check on Peterson and Goldman and had a visual, and then I saw exactly what you said. Brenna went in there and got in exactly where. I mean, class act at its finest. She went in right where she went out. But the bad news update is Clint Peterson is still stopped out of the car working on it.
Okay.
Rich Goldman is out of the car working on his. So
Annalise Zindler is out.
what a bummer.
You know this nutrition thing you were saying?
Nutrition or attrition?
Attrition. Sorry, I did
I
say
know
nutrition.
I know we need some nutrition, but
Yeah.
the attrition of these cars is
Yeah.
really starting to set in.
Well, I guess I'm going to quit making fun of you saying healing now, aren't I?
No, you're not, and I don't blame you. Oh man.
Okay, Richard Goldman is out of the race. He broke the rear end.
The rear end. I really thought it would have been the front end. So tough break there. And there's Mark Jensen doing his little 3-point turnaround.
That's the only thing he said is that corner was going to get him. And that's where I found out the IFS just don't have the steering radius
Yep.
or turning ability as the straight axles. I never knew that until then.
So does that put? I guess that's Hadamaki in first, and then Jensen in second for the Ultra 4 class. And that puts Andy Blazer, our overall leader right now. Goldman's out. Clint Peterson is still stopped. I'm not going to call him out yet. Mark Jensen's moving. Rowdy Smith is broke and out. Haven't seen Neff yet.
Neff is right behind. If you
Okay,
look out
just
your
missed
right,
him.
if you look to your right, you'll see him.
Perfect.
I just seen him. So Neff's still going.
Nice. So Greg Neff back. Not back. He's still running. So he's going to move up a couple positions right now.
Does and moves him up into 5th place right now, unofficially. We haven't seen Austin Pyatt yet. So he's coming through the rocks again. working his way through. He'll come into the drop-off.
Car 4499 right now. So just be advised we have some people around the track.
Okay, thank you.
He is dropping the rocks. And they're starting to get this drop figured out. As you can see, we got that 307 mini excavator there, donated by Tractor and Equipment, just to work the rocks for us. So
How
it's
cool
nice
is
of
that?
them to donate that machine.
Well, it
and be a
wasn't-
sponsor of ours.
But it wasn't just for the rocks. It was also to get us unstuck when we got here.
Well, yeah, there's that.
Oh, that was a fun story. So Wednesday it had rained all day. I flew in. Grizz picks me up. We go get a trailer, load up the excavator. We get here. We're just chatting because we're good buddies, just catching up. We're cruising on in here, and all of a sudden we just stopped. We're like, I guess we'll unload the excavator here because we aren't moving.
We were stuck.
Oh, man.
But luckily, I put the driver in the seat, and he didn't let off.
we got out of there, and you had to push on me a couple times, but we got it figured out. It's been a great week, Grizz. I thoroughly enjoy working with you and your team.
God, he's making his way through there. It's been a pretty, knock on wood, a really clean run for him. So,
And I just got a visual again. Goldman has officially called himself out, it sounds like, but Clint Peterson is still out of the car working on it. I see some other people over there checking on him, and I hope he can get back going, but the
I will.
attrition is setting in.
So last year at this race, he blew a tire twice, I think, blew a tire. Was him and Rowdy were running neck to neck. He blew a tire. Rowdy got him, and then Clint was on fire trying to make up time to catch Rowdy, and just couldn't do it last year.
And there is birthday boy Mike Ablott. We have not seen him finish his first lap. I did hear he was in the pits. I don't have an update on what was wrong, but I'm really glad to see him back and moving. And hey, with everybody else dropping out the way we're doing, he could sneak his way in here.
You know, this has always been that race where you just try to finish.
And you call healthy, that thing's got some horsepower. He blew by here and I couldn't hear a thing.
It's just finish as many laps as you can. And that's what he's doing. He's just out here to get as many as he can. He knows where he sits in the points. That's what got him in Sturgis, remember? He kept fighting it and kept going. Remember the
Yes.
starter? He was out jump starting, getting it running.
Jump
and going.
starting it during a short course race.
During a short course race. Got
Uh-oh.
it running and beat Nicola because of it.
Nice course.
So we got Brandon. He's supposed to be in the car, but I don't think he is. What's going on, buddy?
Not much. Just she's telling. I'm going there. Here.
Yeah,
where am I
just
going?
right here.
I just got her told her to get on a little hard going through the rocks.
I saw when she blasted that rocks right when it hit. I was like, "Ooh, I think she flatted a left front tire." And we were watching. Yep, it's gone.
Yeah,
So-
it made a boom, and it's a 3-piece wheel now. So
okay, so it took wheel and tire and all.
Oh,
huh?
yeah.
So then I liked how you guys left, went to the hot pits, and once she got back out, she entered the exact same spot. That
yes,
was.
I
That
told
was
her. I said,
great.
go to the wheel, turn around at her wheel, and then come back out. And
so what'd she do in the hot pits?
we just tightened. They had a steering link that was coming loose and
Okay.
fueled.
All right.
While we're
And
stopping.
change passengers, or is she by herself?
My son's in the car with her now.
Okay, because
Is
you
that-
started
is-
the race, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that because she didn't want you in there anymore?
Well,
or
you know,
after
she
one
was
mistake
tempted.
and
Yeah,
she kicks
I know.
you out?
I tell her hard, go hard one time, and she, yeah, no. So she's doing good. It's a nice course. It's pretty out there. It's definitely got
It is.
a little bit of everything out there.
How's the track feeling? Is it getting rough?
It's
Beat in?
getting rough. It's
It is.
getting whooped out bad. Yeah, it's definitely whooped out.
So how are the rocks? She clean run, and she picked a different line dropping off that rocks than anybody else. Clean, kept it
Yeah, it
level.
was more
and that was
straight.
the rock that
That's-
she wasn't happy that you put in.
She's still not happy, but she has more problems at the second rock section.
Yeah,
that I didn't
that's
pick.
Grizz's fault. So.
Yeah. That's what I told her to do. So I just told her to drive straight to the rocks and drop off. Wherever she drops off, she drops off. Just, the drop off's easy.
Yep, we just saw Brady Wilson come through. So yeah, it's a fun race to watch. Glad to hear that she got the tire fixed back out there, and I'm excited to see if she can make this through it.
She's going to.
All right, well,
Clint Peterson is back going, just so we know.
Awesome.
Aaron just said 4499's back going, so
So he's got a little bit of room to
Make up
work
to-
up because he got passed by about 6 or 7 people. So we'll see how it shakes out. Well, Brandon, always a pleasure. Good seeing you.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys
Yeah,
for everything.
I love it. I hope your wife does well.
Thank you.
And she's got some fans back home rooting her on.
Well, they're all typing in right now, so.
Good, good.
Before we lose it, I'm going to switch to this. Let me get, I don't know how to do it. Do you know how to switch?
Go, 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 go.
So Clint Peterson is back in action, but lost quite a bit of real estate. We'll see if he can make it happen or not. So it's Andy Blazer, our overall leader in the Pro Unlimited class, and then it's Jeff Hatamaki. Rich Goldman is out. Greg Neff is in second. Mark Jensen in third. Brady Wilson in fourth. And we know Rowdy Smith is out as well. What a tough break there. Schessler out for another lap. We are almost at the halfway mark. They're out on lap number 4 of 8. So there's Heston making his way up, bypassing the rock section. It is definitely fun trying to keep up who's going where.
So there's the attritions went down. The guys have been fixing, braking, back going. So
It's a
that's why we have a little bit of break in the action. We're going to step away for just a moment. We'll be right back after this.
This is your world, your job, your crew, your CAT compact equipment. And this is the support from your local CAT dealer. This is helping you meet your deadlines, your bottom line, your offers, your savings. This is getting you your parts and everything you need on time, easier than ever. This is what you get from your local CAT dealer.
Like, Dawn, is anybody coming?
well, we're back from commercial, so
Welcome back to the Wild West 100, presented
like-
by CEI Electrical.
sounds like we got some update. Levi, when he went in the pits, changed out 3 injectors.
Yeah, drivability. That's interesting to change out during a race. That's
Yeah.
more than I'd want to do because
So-
it's hot down in
Well,
there.
it sounds like Brady Wilson might need to do the same
Yeah,
thing because
no
his
doubt.
was not sounding great.
It was spitting and sputtering something crazy.
Well, they got practice because they're both the same motors, and he's pitting with the same pit crew. So,
Is he? Okay.
yeah, maybe they'll be faster with their car.
So Brady Wilson, I haven't seen him in a little bit. He should be.
He should be.
You know
here.
what? He did come through just a little bit ago. He
Did
did
he?
come
Oh,
through
yes,
about
he
5-10
did.
minutes ago.
You're right.
Yep.
You're right. It's hard to keep up.
Man, we were talking about during the break that there's been just so much drama with Clint Peterson doing well, have a front drive line. Rowdy Smith now in the lead, smokes a rear drive line. Then it's Rich Goldman, rear drive line, and now Peterson is back in. They got it fixed, so he's up front. But it's Andy Blazer should be our physical race leader. We'll see, but Jeff Hatamaki was on a mission. So
Yeah.
we'll see if he can reel in old Andy Blazer. But Andy Blazer, don't forget, is running a different class, and he does get to bypass the rocks. It looks like it's Casey Welty's speed car out there checking on Goldman.
Yeah, I think he's just going to limp her back to the pits is what it looks like to me.
I hate to hear that for him.
I think we got the... I think we got Austin Painter. Is that who that is?
Austin Pyatt.
Pyatt, sorry. We do have a painter too, but
Yeah.
this is Austin Pyatt.
Austin Painter's one of our UTV racers.
Yeah.
A super fast one. I'm bummed he wasn't here for this race, but hopefully he'll show back up for next season. So Austin Pyatt is technically in a 4500 car, but he wanted to race the rocks, so he ended up going up to the 4800 class and
you know
putting
what?
it down.
If he finishes, it might not have been a bad call.
Yeah. And obviously he's having fun out there.
For those that like the rocks, I guess this is what you do.
Yeah, so Austin Pyatt is overall in 8th position.
On camera now is Andy Patat.
That old Toyota still clicking along.
And it looks like we got another one coming at us. I didn't quite catch who it was.
That's Levi Rhodes.
Oh, is that Levi Rhodes coming at us
And it
right
sounds
now?
healthy, so whatever he did, switching out those injectors worked. Levi Rhodes is all over the throttle in that TMR car. I'm hearing some more drive shaft chatter over the rugged radios.
What was that?
Sounds like drive shaft and rear control arm
On who?
on Rowdy's.
Oh,
So that means
Rowdy.
The control arm broke first.
So a
or
rear
like
control
one.
arm may have took out the drive line, or the
Not
drive
sure.
line took out the control arm, but something with Rowdy Smith in the back took him out, and that's just a heartbreaker. I
And the
hate to
rocks
hear that.
right there, you got double...
Austin Pyatt?
And those must be getting rougher because they are starting to have trouble in there.
But that's a 37-inch tire, I do believe. And if he is in the 4500 class, that's a DOT tire.
Yeah. Oh, that is true.
Yeah.
So you can't run a sticky,
Nope,
can you?
only in 4400. So 45 and 48 have to have DOT
that's right.
tires.
Well, you go talk to those guys. They want to hear all about it, I'm sure.
He's coming across those rocks. I mean, that'll be great.
So Austin Pyatt makes his way through there. But we have somebody else that's hopping in here that didn't want to see in here.
No, I didn't.
Rich Goldman. Dang it. I mean, you did give us a show on the side once again.
Oh yeah.
I mean, at least it was right out of the gate like hammers, wasn't it?
Yeah. At least I got a full lap in before I crashed.
Yeah. I mean, that was just a... So what happened was is you came in and you got a little excited and turned too soon and just...
I did.
Just flopped over, which, whatever. Next time around, I saw you. You were waiting on. You're like, go straight, now turn. So you made it through, and you and Hatamaki were battling good, and then
we had a good battle. Like
Is
we
that
were,
bluish greenish car?
yeah.
we were back and forth. The first when we left out of here, we were third, and then we caught the first guy. I don't know, race mile.
Jensen Brothers.
Yeah, Jensen. Yep.
Race mile 4 or something. And so I don't know if they were having some issues or whatever. And then we ran down.
Oh, I'm going to interrupt you just for a minute. Here's our physical race leader, Andy Blazer. We are right now officially at the halfway mark of this race. Andy Blazer is out front, but Jeff Hatamaki is not too far behind, but Hatamaki has to go through the rocks. So keep on going, Goldman. Sorry.
Yeah, no, we passed him early on, and then it was just back and forth. We were running a pretty tight pace. Yeah, the car was feeling super solid. I think we hurt the ring and pinion when we came across over by the pits that first big roller
that jump! You got a little hang time, and
because I we sent it over that. And I didn't realize that we were going to come off of the ground, and so
The wheel speed got up there, I
kept
think.
my foot on it, so I believe that's what got me. And then we got a couple more laps into it before it said no more.
And that was right at just where Hatamaki went through. We saw you hit that first little ledge and then back just out of the way. Just it gave up, huh?
So,
Stripped all the teeth.
Yeah, we were politely backing out of the way. It wasn't trying to figure out what was broke at all.
Yeah. We were just getting out of his way because we couldn't even climb the hill in front wheel drive.
Yeah, you're like, well, this isn't going to work.
And it was pretty squirrely coming right through here too, in front wheel drive. So we're trying to keep it together, but keep the speed in it. But we didn't quite. I knew something was wrong, but I just didn't quite know what it was until we started climbing.
And then you found out pretty quick.
Yeah, as soon as we started climbing that hill, I was like, no, we're done.
And Hatamaki makes quick work through there. And Jared, you did pretty good. Top 10 for your Yellowstone off-road racing debut in the old Mav R.
Yeah, how did I do?
Yeah, I think top 10. I can't remember exactly, but that's pretty impressive. And it looked like you were out there having fun.
I had a lot of fun. And I didn't break anything somehow.
He had more fun than I did.
Yeah, tough break. I mean, we were asking each other the other day about it, and then you gave us exactly what we were asking for, which was a flip over. That was fine.
I put on a good show.
But the rear end, that's just a bummer.
Yeah.
Never want that for anybody.
I think we would have been up there.
I think you were a contender for sure.
We were giving them a run for their money. So
yeah, Rowdy Smith was out front. He lost a rear drive line as well.
Oh, gotcha. We passed him, and he gave us a thumbs up, and
he was stopped.
Yep.
Okay.
And he's kind of on the back of the hill here. So.
But you were able to drive your car back to the pits, right?
Yep. I'll be able to drive right into the trailer. Still got front wheel drive. If it was just the course and we didn't have to do the rocks, I could keep going.
Yeah, I was talking to Rowdy about that real race cars have four-wheel drive, so you can keep going if you lose a drive shaft. But again, we're just busting there, and when he loses that rear drive shaft, he's done.
Yeah, one of these days he'll step into the big boy class.
That car's a work of art. It's beautiful.
That car's beautiful.
And it's fast.
Yes, it is.
It's hard to keep up with.
Well, there's Mike Ablott. Oh, and there's another car pulled over. I believe that is David Warner, if I'm guessing right. But Mike Ablott is still moving. Pierre Sports Center himself.
That's how he got in front of us, because he doesn't have to do the rocks.
Yep, yeah. Andy Blazer.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was like, because we passed him, he let us go around him. Like we ran down, he let us go around him, and then we got back around the next lap. We were back behind the pits, and he was in front of me, and I was like, how the heck did he get in front of me?
Yep. He's in the Pro Unlimited class.
Yeah, makes sense.
He needs a bolt.
For what? So I'm getting some updates that David Warner broke a bolt, so they're broke on the side of the track. They're going to walk back to camp, get a bolt, and try to get whatever fix they can.
Right
on.
Man. The attrition's definitely set in, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's a rough course.
Is it getting rough out there?
It's super rough, especially on the back behind the other side of the pits, like where you come across and go back after you pass the pits. That whole back
Mile
is just,
right where you blew out the rear end.
maybe around somewhere in there. I don't know.
What a bummer. So what's your game plan for the rest of the year? Just kind of regroup and get ready for Hammers, I assume?
Yep. Jonathan's going to race one more race in Idaho. I won't be there for that, but start race prepping for Hammers to do something different with the rear end, apparently.
Yeah, no doubt.
And
always something.
We're going to go 10-inch.
Okay.
I figured we'd get one break out of the 9-inch and we'd jump up to the 10-inch.
And there you are.
Here we are.
Tough break, but hey, big smiles on the face. That's what it's all about.
Yep, it's fun. We come out here to put on a show and to race, and we're not guaranteed a finish, so
nobody is.
Right. So checkers your records. Right?
Well, you did a little bit of both.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Hey, I gotta get it all in there.
So. Well, all in good fun. Thanks for the show.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Now, is that Ablott possibly pulled over again?
So, Grizz, when can we go get our light bar that's at the top of the hill?
After the race, probably.
After the race.
Here's a couple
didn't tell you. I got a new light bar.
I don't think you want that one. It's a little wrecked.
Yeah,
There's Mark Jensen. So that that puts Mark Jensen third on the road overall and second in Ultra 4 class. So Jeff Hatamaki in first in Ultra 4, Mark Jensen in second, and then Andy Blazer in the Pro Unlimited.
We're doing good.
Oh, actually, Hatamaki is in 4,800 winning his class. Mark Jensen is 44 Unlimited winning his class. And then Andy Patak is in the Y.O.R.R Pro, and Andy Blazer, our overall leader, is in Pro Unlimited.
It's a nifty little gadget.
Yeah, Speed High is pretty slick, isn't it? It's been fun to be able
We
to
just
follow
started
along.
using it this year, so it's been good.
There's Mark Jensen. He's already done the drop where Goldman flopped over earlier.
Are we calling that the Goldman flop?
The Goldman flop.
That's good. I'll accept that.
That's got a good ring to
Am I
it.
the only one that wrecked there? So
No,
far?
Hatamaki did during pre-run though, so
No,
that doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
Rekamaki.
Rekamaki did it
Rekamaki.
during pre-run, so
All right, at least I'm not the only one that's tipped her over there.
Oh,
there's
I hear a
pass.
horn
There's a
somewhere.
pass.
There's a
on
pass.
the jump.
on the jump.
No, that's
Jonathan,
Greg
Jonathan
Neff.
got a-
Greg Neff got
Brenna.
Brenna.
Goodwin.
Jonathan got a good pass right before that jump out there too.
Right before the finish.
Right before the finish.
Man, it's been some great racing this weekend, and we still have a lot of great racing yet to go. We're probably about, an hour or so before that checkered flag flies. Maybe 45 minutes.
Who is in the lead now?
Andy Blazer is our overall leader, and then Jeff Hatamaki is leading the 4,800 class. Mark Jensen is leading the 4,400, and then Andy Patat is leading the Pro. And we are out on lap number 5 of 8. And Brenna Goodwin is heading out for her 4th lap. So we have still quite a few cars moving. Obviously, Rowdy Smith is dropped. David Warner is looking for a bolt. Heston Schessler was moving a little bit ago. Brian Drake, Mike Ablott, and obviously Goldman sitting right next to us. You're still doing pretty good. You're in 6th place.
I'm into it. I'll take it. I'll take a top 10 and no finish.
Oh, what a tough break.
Yeah, it's all good. It's racing.
Yep, so Greg Neff is heading down the Goldman flop.
You better do that all day.
I'm going to try.
The rest of the day.
So now he's going up the actual rock crawl section. He's going a little far righter than everybody.
Grizz, when you go cut back, it's kind of tricky to know where the course is there.
Oh, on that U-turn?
Yeah, because the cones are just kind of look
Well,
all
there was
over the place.
when I came around after I flopped. When I came around, there was a bunch of people standing in the middle of the track. So I thought I was supposed to go left, and I started climbing left, and I'm like, this isn't right. And then everybody kind of moved out of the way, and so then I like, what the heck? But
Yeah, we got people up there now.
but it's all good. They just
That is a tight corner.
Oh, there's
They did
Clint
that corner
Peterson,
for a
right?
no, that corner's fine.
Yeah, the corner there is fine. Then you get past the corner, and then you go, where'd he go?
Where do you go?
So Clint Peterson is back in action, so he did get that front drive line replaced. Well, we're about to see right
Oh,
here.
there's Clint. Yep.
Makes quick work. And here's where he broke the drive line on this next little climb. So Clint Peterson, yep, all 4 wheels are peeling, but didn't make it.
That's a diff right there.
Yeah.
That's a rear diff. We hit a rear diff on that line, that exact line when I had.
And it just stops. It's like a boat anchor.
And you're like, yeah, there's rear diff. Got it.
That's getting, rocks must have moved a little bit and getting beat out there.
There it is.
That's the line.
Just kind of got to power through it. But not too much power. We saw Brenna do that a little bit and smoke a left front wheel and tire. So Clint Peterson was our race leader, but has moved back into 5th position because he was down for quite some time. Looks like he did a 33-minute lap, so it added roughly 13 minutes to his. Well, 13 minutes doesn't sound too bad for changing the front drive line.
takes me 13 minutes to get buckled in.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Hey, off the track or on the track?
Well, Rich and Jonathan, always a pleasure to have you here in the T&E Cat studio, but we're going to get back to the action and let you guys enjoy some beverages. So
All
good
right.
seeing you. And
Good to see you
tough
again.
break, but all in good fun. And top 10 for your first one, John. Good, great job.
Well, I want to see you at Hammers.
That sounds good. I'll be there.
All right, then.
So Rich Goldman had that little flop and then broke the rear drive, rear gear. Hate to hear that for him, but we're back riding along with Clint Peterson.
And we got Brady
Wilson.
coming by the start finish.
Oh, he's still backfiring a little bit.
Not as bad, so cleared out a little. Once again, huge shout out to our sponsors. We couldn't do that. Elevated Power Sports, they've been with us for 6-7 years
That's
now. It's
awesome.
been awesome. So huge sponsor. Huge shout out to Dan there. Dan's actually the owner of Elevated, is here today. Seen him out riding around to check out the action.
So he's out here enjoying it, huh? I
Yeah,
love
he
it.
always does. So
Yeah, Elevated, they brought out a couple machines, and that new MAV-R, man, I'm telling you what, I think that's going to be a hard car to beat.
well, and they ran that special on 2 of our races this year that
Yeah.
like a smoking deal on the MAV-R. So for anybody that had that registered to race, so
So
Sure
Clint
did.
Peterson still cruising along. Got Sheridan Adams going to come have a quick little chat with us. She had a lot of fun in the old 1600 yesterday, didn't you?
Yes.
how was the running the whole track?
It was a lot of fun.
Was it rough or not bad?
It wasn't too bad. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm sure today it's a lot worse.
It looks like it's getting beat up out there for sure. But you, how beat up are you? Because that little 1600 looks like it took a little toll on you. You a little
It's
sore?
a little sore. Not
Yeah.
bad, though.
All right. Well, good. Wait till you get older.
Yeah.
So you come back for the awards?
No,
Yeah.
I'm headed to Wyoming.
You're gonna
Oh.
bail on us, huh? What the
Before
heck?
awards.
All right. Well, thanks for coming to chat with us. Are you obviously you're gonna race with Y.O.R.R next year?
Yep.
Awesome. Anything else for the rest of the year?
Nope.
Nope. Just hanging out, huh?
Fixing the bug. Get it ready for next season.
You helped Grandpa Dean work on that thing quite a bit.
More me and my dad working
All right.
on it.
Cool.
If it's big stuff, then we'll send it to Grandpa.
So if it's just minor work, you and your dad can figure it out. But if it's got to call in the big guns, then Dean comes out, huh?
Yep.
Yep.
Well,
See, might swap motors this year.
really?
So
Okay.
she's got her other one. This one's got 6 seasons on it, 7
Oh, wow.
seasons on it. So just before we lose something inside of it, it'd be good to just pull it down and refresh it.
And
in the meantime, we had another one sitting there that Grandpa built up, so
awesome.
it'll be a nice, easy swap.
And there's not a whole lot to those. I mean, so it is better safe than sorry to just
Yeah.
pull it apart.
Pull
Quick. A rebuild on that is a lot simpler than a normal engine.
Yeah. So Grandpa has the other one ready, so we might just do the swap for 4th season next year, and she can run on a fresh motor for a little while while we just tear that one down and do a double check.
Perfect. Well, we still got that car. I think that's the 4410 of David Warner.
Oh.
That's a guess. I can't quite tell.
What happened to him?
We don't know.
We heard it's
Oh,
a
the
bolt,
bolt. Yeah.
like a bolt on a link or something broke.
Man, look at that backdrop there. It's absolutely gorgeous. So where was your favorite part out on course there, Sheridan?
Oh gosh. I don't know. The back section wasn't bad. I kind of liked it. It was fun.
That was Brian Drank on screen right there.
Okay, good catch. I was drawing a blank on that one.
I was
So
trying
the
to figure
back-
it out.
the
It's
back
the
section,
suspension. Gave it away.
The back
Back
section,
section,
your
the
favorite
rough
part?
area.
Yeah, it was kind of fun.
How
I
was that?
haven't been
Flowy?
able to do it so for the first time, it was.
Oh, okay, because normally the 1600s don't do the full
back-
track.
yeah.
Okay.
So how was that tight left-hand corner and then up the hill?
It wasn't too bad. The
kinda-
first lap, there was someone stuck in there, so we had to wait, but it wasn't bad.
And then just kind of let the squirrel spin up, dump the clutch, and roll out, huh?
Pretty much.
This is a good shot. This is one of those back canyons that we do by the pond.
Okay, so the ponds, they just passed it
Ponds,
right in the middle,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
Yep, that's where I thought we were. That's a fun little flowy section. Not much passing right there.
No, that's tight.
Did you make your way around the track?
Yeah, I made it a couple laps. It was it's cool. It was
like
my
it?
first time ever being here, and I really like the tight, the technical. It's not really like a hard racetrack, but it's very tight and technical that makes it hard. But like if you do just gravel cruise or leaf look and go slow, it's not that hard. But trying to drive it at race pace, there's a lot of gotchas out there. I really like the elevation changes, all the tight turns. It's a really fun racetrack.
You really got to pay attention.
Yeah, pay attention. You can't slouch
You
on
can't
this
go
one.
off course much or.
No,
Oh, it
something
looks like
more.
we got another broke truck there in
Where's
that
that?
shot. I just don't know who it is.
well, that's Jeff Hatamaki
He's the one going.
on
so-
screen.
On track. It has transmission problems. They're going to try to move it on track.
Somebody's having transmission issues,
God.
so the attrition is getting steady out here, man.
Gosh, people are falling off.
What lap are they on?
They are on lap number 5
Out
of
of
8.
Of 8?
Levi Rhodes is still cruising along. I hear him in the background. I believe that's our race leader, Andy Blazer, on screen. And somebody's behind him. Jeff
That's such a
Hatamaki
cool shot by Montana.
was
Joe.
pushing. Yeah, I love you can see the elevation changes here. Levi Rhodes clicking off another lap. I think as long as he can keep on moving, he's out on the lead lap right now. So he's had those injector issues, but got those fixed, and he's out on lap number 5 of 8. We did start this race one at a time, every 30 seconds. This race is on adjusted time. So 8 laps in total, 9 miles per lap, 72 miles of some gnarly terrain here just outside of Columbus, Montana on Al Hogan's ranch. 589 beautiful acres.
To get a huge shout out to our sponsors, CEI Electric, Wild West Off-Road Race Series, Elevated Power Sports, Can-Am, Epic Racewear, DRW Performance, Jim and Tracy's Alignment, Blackbeard Broncos, MBN Must Be Nice Performance,
T&E Cat for this live show, C4 Fabrication, Montana Drone Company, Pier Sports Center, Mickey Thompson Tires, Dakota Alignment and Frame, Throttle Down Customs, Roller Construction, Rugged Race Radios,
Napa, ZRP, Inland Truck Parts, Montana Braveheart Nonprofit, Combustion Syndicates, Montana Four Association, and Horgan Co.
Stillwater Excavation, Copyright Printing, Linrich, Dust Pods, PRP, AJ's Diesel, and NextGen. So please support who supports this program. Without all these wonderful marketing partners, we would not be racing here today for the CEI Electrical Wild West 100.
And that's the car of
Austin
88
Pyatt,
yeah,
right?
Yep, 880.
Austin Pyatt still running strong out there. Well, Sheridan, thanks for hopping in the T&E Cat studio with you and having a quick chat. Always a pleasure, and can't wait to see you out here racing again next year.
I'm excited to see what next year brings.
Perfect. Well, we'll let you enjoy your last little bit while you're here before you skip out on us.
All right, see you later.
Goodbye.
Oh, real goodbye.
Yes, real goodbye.
Well, it's been a wonderful day, and it's not over yet. We still have a few more laps yet to go. Oh, and here we go. Andy Blazer, our physical first place leader, with Jeff Hatamaki all over his tail. But Andy Blazer gets the drop in the rocks, so he still gets that lead. So we are out on the leaders are out on our 6th lap of 8. So 3 laps yet to go. And even with Hatamaki running the rocks, he was still 20 seconds faster than Andy Blazer. So I think Hatamaki will blast through the rocks and then maybe catch Blazer. If they can keep this time up, man, this is incredible.
That's Hatamaki.
There's Austin Pyatt.
Oh, is that?
And then there's Hatamaki dropping into the Goldman flop. I like that.
I like that. That has a good range.
That was all you too. Look at you go. And then Rich liked it too.
Yeah. So.
You got to have fun with it.
And these rocks have changed from when they started, so doesn't look like it there, but that is actually a pretty good sized boulder. 2 huge boulders there, and he just kind of blasts right through them. So Jeff Hatamaki is doing well. So in class, our physical race leader is Andy Blazer, and first in class in the Pro Unlimited. Then second overall is Jeff Hatamaki in the 4800 class. And those are our only 2 on the lead lap right now. And that's Hatamaki on screen right there. You see him making his way through the last sections of rocks there. He'll be dropping down. He'll be dropping down the rock face here shortly.
And then he'll be trying to chase down Andy Blazer. We'll see if he can get him pulled in. And somebody I didn't want to see in here is Nick Nicola. Why aren't you in your race car?
Yeah, we're broke down over there. I don't even know what milepost we're on, but you know what? It's racing.
So I saw your name on the list, and then I couldn't see out there, and then you were in a different race truck.
Yeah, we left the race truck at the house.
Well, what's wrong with it?
Well, nothing. We fixed it. The team owner is out of town, so we just left it there. So
okay, that makes sense.
Brought the home build out.
All right, and it didn't make it very far, man. Tough break.
It's a home build, so
yeah. Because you were in second in points, and Ablot's having issues. You're having issues.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's going to shake out, but
you know
I think he's still out there.
Yes, exactly.
I think he went back out.
Yeah, he did. I think he's stopped right now with transmission issues.
Oh, I heard a transmission. It was with somebody. Okay.
Yep.
Tough break for him.
How was the home build car versus the other car? Not as smooth?
Not as smooth. The power's not there, but you know what? It's a home build.
Yes,
and it's still fun.
It's still fun. It's my truck.
Yeah, that's right.
So what's next stop on your list this year?
I don't know. Hopefully we can get the Mint done next year.
Okay, Mint's the next one. All right.
That's the one we're shooting for. So
cool.
Go for the Mint.
The Mint 400. That's definitely a bucket list race just outside of Las Vegas. I've been there a few times spectating. I guess I did co-drive one race. We didn't make it very far, but it was fun for the first half hour or so.
Oh yeah, it'll be fun.
How was this track? What you did run of it?
It's rough. It is a rough track. A lot of rocks. It's not a desert track for sure.
No.
It'll tear your tires out. For sure.
Yeah. If you step out just a tick, you're gonna know it.
But it's cool seeing these Ultra 4s running and watching those guys.
Oh, absolutely. It's been a lot of fun.
Rowdy was on fire.
Yeah, he was, and then when we broke down, we were in the middle of the track, and it sucks to have everybody slow up behind you because you're in the middle of the track, and I was able to talk to him a little bit, and then he just cruised on by. So, but I think he's out as well. So
yeah, it sounds like they broke. They aren't sure if broke a control arm, moved the diff over, and broke the drive shaft.
Yeah.
It definitely broke the drive shaft.
Yeah,
and a control arm. I'm assuming a Heim or something there is my guess. So,
but it's a rough track. So,
and he was on it.
Yeah, he was cruising.
He won this last year with everybody, so he was going for redemption.
Yeah,
2
right.
years in a row. So,
yeah.
But that's part of racing, as you well know.
Yeah.
Well, Nick, are you going to be racing with Yellowstone again next year?
Yeah, we plan on bringing either mine or the race truck, our 1424 out.
Cool. So a little bit of both. Huh?
Yeah, we got them, let's use them.
Heck yeah, I love it.
Well, good seeing you guys.
Yeah, likewise, Nick. Hate to see you during your race, but thanks for coming to chat with us. So always a pleasure seeing you.
Yeah.
So Nick Nicola, another heartbreaker. The attrition is getting thick.
Sounds like somebody else is out. So it sounds like Mike Ablot's having transmission issues.
Man.
And he sounded good when he went by us.
He was healthy. So how far back is Greg Neff, Mark Jensen, Brady Wilson, Clint Peterson, Andy Patak, Levi Rhodes, Austin Pyatt, Rich Golden we know is out. We saw Brenna Goodwin still running. Heston Schessler, not sure. I think you said you saw Brian Drake. Roddy Smith we know is out. Austin Warner having issues. Mike Ablott having issues. Annalise having issues. And we just spoke with Nick Nicola. So, man, the attrition. You called it. So UTVs are a little bit more nimble here. The big trucks, Columbus is eating their lunch.
Well, and I'm wondering how much those side-by-sides tore up the track to give it. These guys usually, that's why we've always put the side-by-sides first and these guys second. It's because these guys tear a track up.
Oh, for sure.
So you never know what they would do. So.
Yeah, the track's definitely taking its toll out there.
See this track, this track is awesome out there. I think we got the O.R.R. Jensen Brothers car coming by us right now. That we do. We got Mark Jensen coming by right now.
Mr. O.R.R. Struts himself. Usually he lets his sons race with Jensen Brothers Racing, but old man Mark got behind the wheel at, I believe, over 70 years old, and to be racing his first official race in an Ultra 4 car is doing well. I believe that's going to move him into 3rd overall and 1st in class.
That'll be
so
awesome.
Mark Jensen really doing some great things in that ORI machine.
Just went through the rugged radio start to the rock section.
And they are out on lap, our leaders are out on lap number 6 of 8. So basically 3 more full laps for Mark Jensen.
Whoa, look at that. He
That
stood
car
that
is
on its
big.
nose.
Yes, that is a big car to be going through the rocks. But making it happen. Again, if you're just tuning in, we thoroughly appreciate each and every one of you. This is the CEI Electrical Wild West 100. I am Miles Hasquist alongside Grizz. We've had Shelby McDonald off and on all weekend, and it's been an amazing time teaming up with T&E Cat for the live show and Montana Drone Company.
He got it.
Just kind of, motoring through it, powering through, making it happen. Now we'll do his little 2 to 3 point turnaround. I bet you right now he's thinking, what can I do different to make this thing steer more? Because he's an engineer. He is genius. I mean, he built the ORI struts. He's definitely thinking right now what he can do different with the steering.
Oh, definitely.
And I think I hear Clint Peterson off to my right. He'll be clicking off another lap at the CEI Electrical start finish. So Clint Peterson still moving strong. That's going to put him in 4th. So not too far off of Mark Jensen. So Clint Peterson, even with switching that front drive shaft, really running strong. He was a full minute faster than Mark Jensen, so he could reel him in. It's going to be a race to the finish between Mark Jensen and Clint Peterson. They're out on lap number 6 of 8, so they basically have just almost 3 laps left. There's Clint Peterson. So by class, it is Mark Jensen and Clint Peterson, and the difference is a minute 40 on adjusted time. Mark Jensen in the lead. And here comes Greg Neff. Has a Christmas tree hanging off the side of his car. And that puts him in second in class. And fourth overall.
Clint made that rock section.
Oh! He about lost it and had a motor down and wheel sound it.
Too soon, didn't I?
He about jinxed him.
About jinxed him. He blasted through that rock section pretty good.
He was going fast and then almost a little too fast. And
That's right.
Had to just mat it to stay down, and luckily enough kept her together. Here comes Brady Wilson.
He's
Still
spinning,
sputtering.
sputtering. Clint just got stuck behind Brady, so he's going to have to work through that.
Oh, no. And he's trying to chase down Mark Jensen, so that's a little disadvantage to Clint Peterson. But hey, that's part of racing.
That's part of it.
So Greg Neff trying to chase down Jeff Hatamaki in the 4,800 class. Andy Blazer is winning the Unlimited class. The Y.O.R.R Unlimited class. Andy Patak is winning the Pro class. And there goes Brenna Goodwin just clicked off another one. That puts her 10th overall, a lap down to our leaders, but that's still very respectable.
She's still going, so.
I just smelled transmission fluid.
I smelled a lot. And who went by?
That was Brenna. So we'll see, but I just caught a quick whiff.
Yeah, that's
never a great sign, but it did smell like decent tranny fluid, not burnt, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe just a little bit of a leak.
She's in the rocks now, so we'll see.
This is where her husband helped us design the Goldman flop. She makes quick work of it. Fun little rock section here on Al Hogan's ranch. 589 acres out here, just outside of Columbus, Montana. She powers her way through and does almost that same wheel stand as Peterson. So there must be a hole that's developing. But she makes quick work and keeps her all together and saves the wheel and tire. She's got her son in there co-driving now, kicked her husband out.
Well, if you cost me a wheel and tire,
Yeah,
I mean...
kick you out too, huh?
Dang it.
I think that's Andy Blazer, right?
Well, it looked red to me, but you could be right.
Oh, there is that one.
That's got to be Brian Drake.
Okay, Brian Drake. Yep, I think you're right.
In the 40, yeah, the way that front end is looped in those shots.
And the red, I see it now. So yeah, that's Brian Drake.
Out of Billings, Montana, sponsored by Ortho Montana.
Andy Blazer and Jim Gray, who won this race last year in their class, are looking to back it up.
Ooh, Hatamaki's going to the pit.
Uh-oh. Interesting. Good catch, Grizz.
Well, I was watching the state. I was just getting ready to say, look, the chase is on screen, and I watched him drive into the pits.
Huh.
So I'll have Dallas stay on him, and we can see what's going on there.
So Jeff Hatamaki, we'll see where he stops. Oh, looks like maybe just a planned fuel stop.
Maybe. Wow, that thing doesn't get very good fuel mileage.
Well, I think it's an LSX 454. So he's been pushing hard.
Guess better a little safe than sorry on the fuel.
And don't
There's
forget,
nothing.
he's leading his class. The overall win is just for bragging rights.
Yep.
So I think he's playing it smart right here. Now, obviously, if you see dust, you want that dust. But on adjusted time, he definitely needs to play this smart.
Nothing worse than getting him half a lap away and running out of fuel.
That'd be a bummer. Wind's picking up just a little bit, starting to
That's all he did.
chill off just a little bit.
They checked the car and he's back out going. Give it fuel, check the car, and
So I like that strategy.
well played.
So Jeff Hadamaki is heading back out on course. As you can see, he's going 20 miles an hour through the hot pits.
And he'll get on it here in just a second.
Yeah, basically you can see where they collide, and there he is back on the throttle. Picture perfect pit stop for Jeff Hadamaki.
We got somebody coming towards us now. It looks like Levi Rhodes.
I think you're right, Chris. So Levi Rhodes looks like he may lock down his Yellowstone Off-Road Series championship. Still running strong. That should put him 7th overall. And that puts him 3rd in class. So Levi's running a great race. So Levi Rhodes coming through, clicking off another lap, heading out for number 6 of 8.
I had to put a sweatshirt on.
I put mine
chilly.
on just a moment ago. It's chilling off once again. It's still, well, it's 62 degrees. That's the warmest it's been all day, but we're in the trailer.
We got this trailer wide open, which
is awesome.
trailer. We can see everything we want in it, but last night the wind picked up.
Oh, it was
super
horrible last
bad.
night. That was a bummer.
That was, because it's a fire night, you know?
Yeah. But tonight, the party's on, right?
That's it. Then tomorrow the work starts again.
Yeah, no
Clean
doubt.
up.
Well, you got a lot of trips to make back.
That's okay. We got weeks to do it, so.
That does make it nice that you're close enough. There's Andy Patak in our background. We're still following Levi Rhodes.
He is still going in that Toyota. This is, like I said, he's got the suspension dialed in. Not a huge horsepower. I think it's a 6-cylinder, V6. And just not huge
Just a
horsepower.
Toyota pre-runner, basically.
Yeah, but he's got the suspension. He went after suspension. Just looking at him, it looks like he hits every water crossing pretty hard.
Wide open, huh? We're still following Levi Rhodes. He's going to lock up this championship, I think. I'm excited for him. He said he's raced this race 11 times and is not finished, but it's looking good.
Knock on wood for him. They're
Uh-oh, and here comes our physical race leader, Andy Blazer, the number 176 with Jim Gray running shotgun out of Whitefish, Montana, with Northwest Parts and Rigging, LBR Plumbing. It's been a wonderful day. He'll be heading out for 2 more laps. Next time around, the white flag will fly for Andy Blazer. And the number 176.
And the car sounds good.
It sounds healthy. It looks healthy. Andy Blazer's looking like he could make this happen. Austin Pyatt is just behind us.
Oh, is he coming through? He's still going then. On screen there.
Can't tell if it's Clint Peterson or Andy Blazer.
Brian Drake right behind Austin. That's got to be Andy Blazer there on the screen.
Yeah, that's Andy Blazer. I can tell by the back of the car. So Andy Blazer, our physical race leader and in class, obviously. Austin Pyatt just clicked off a lap, as well as Brian Drake. Brian Drake is a lap down. Austin Pyatt is on the lead lap. Well, I guess Andy Blazer's the only one on the lead lap.
Yes.
But everyone else is doing good. So I still think we have 10 or 11 cars still out there running.
Still going. Wow.
We started with 18. And there's Austin Pyatt.
Making his way through the rocks. In that 4500 car.
Yeah, 4500 car for Ultra 4. Oh, and here comes Jeff Hatamaki. He did that And Jeff Hatamaki's co-driver, Aaron, every time he comes through, he's got his hands in the air, pumping them up. They're out there having fun. All the way from Canada. Eh?
Well, Annalise's truck is his old car.
That is right. So the one that got wadded up and they're retiring.
Retiring, yes.
Retiring the chassis.
Just the chassis. They're going to go with the different chassis and move components over. Everybody's got this drop figured out now, so.
And watch the steering on this Miller Pro chassis. It's so impressive. It does over 50-degree steering.
Really?
Yeah, it's amazing what Eric Miller has done with these cars. Oh, and he takes a flop. So that's his second time flopping, but there's Eric Weichel and Wade and his crew right there ready to flip him back over. So there's a hole there that just bit him.
Bit him.
So hopefully we can get him flopped over real quick. But look at the crowd. They are absolutely loving watching the Ultra 4s there in the rock section here for the CEI Electrical Wild West 100.
That's Eric up there tying to him.
He just finished the Vegas to Reno with us. And during the Ultra 4 race up there, we joined forces with Best in the Desert. And he finished that race, and it just a little bit harder on it than he could handle to get back-to-back to this race. But he couldn't stay away. He's still here helping.
Oh, they come down. They always help us so much. That's kind of flipped in a bad way, too.
Yeah, it's going to be a little tricky.
Tough. They should walk that excavator over if they may have to. Oh, they got him upright.
No, it's still on its side.
No, it is still on its side. Sorry.
You want to put your spectacles on?
Yeah, I may need to, huh?
Yeah, let's hopefully I can get him right in quick life.
Hey, they might want to walk that excavator over and help them out.
That's exactly what we're doing.
So it looks like we're going to have to get the tractor and equipment cat excavator walked over and get old Rekamaki righted.
Oh, there they are with that Cat 307.
Man, that's a beautiful machine.
Oh, so nice. Perfect size, eh? We were looking for a 305. I figured that'd be a little easier to haul. They had a 308 and a 307. I wasn't going to attempt the 308 behind my pickup, so.
It was definitely heavy, but we got her here.
Should be pretty easy flip over when they get this thing turned back righted.
You can almost just push on a tree kicker and just kind of use the bucket and flip them over. I don't know.
Yeah, you might dent a couple things in, and that is a new car.
Yeah, you're right. That's a beautiful Miller car.
Looked like they had it strapped on the bottom there. That should flip it right up.
A tough break for Hadamaki.
What did you nickname him? Well,
his co-driver Aaron nicknamed him Wreck-A-Maki, and I like it.
It's catchy.
Yeah, yeah, and obviously fitting.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been a long couple of days, but I can't think of anything better I'd rather be doing. It's been a lot of fun up here. It's, again, I keep saying it. It's just beautiful. I know you live here, Grizz. You take it for granted, but I'm telling you, it's just beautiful up here. I love it.
It is. I love it up here.
Except for the winter.
The winters don't bother me. I love to ride sleds and
get
up in the mountains. So, I mean, that's bad. I mean, yeah, it gets cold. We get snow. But, you know, there's something more to look at than being in cornfields.
What are you trying to say, huh? Yeah, I'm in just south of Kansas City in Paola, so I'm on the border. I'm about 20 miles from the Missouri border on the Kansas side, but it is definitely flat in western Kansas, and we got some rolling hills. We don't have these beautiful mountains back home.
Who is it?
Oh, looks like he's back going.
That is Hadamaki, so they did quick work. Eric Weichel and his team, Wade, they did quick work, got them back going. I didn't see the puff of smoke, but I'm sure it did. But obviously they got them righted, and that just goes to show you how well built these Miller cars are.
And I got to give the rescue team up there a hand. They did an excellent job.
Yep.
So the recovery crew, I guess I should say rescue recovery crew.
Rescue recovery. It's a little bit of both. And again, thanks to Tractor and Equipment for donating the excavator. They donated a couple of water trailers, and because it's been dry here, so we were worried about fires. So we
Jim and Tracy's alignment. Jim, Aaron's dad,
donated a water truck. Yeah,
donated his water. Put another tank in the back of his dually. Plus, we brought the one from T&E. So we got 3 water trucks out here. One's a trailer, but 3 setups. Just to be safe.
Yep.
So
Tractor and Equipment brought us the live show, the excavator, a water trailer. I mean, they've stepped up and really helped us out. So thanks to those guys.
How many laps you got left?
2 more laps to go. Probably a lap and a half now.
Yeah.
Do I get a raise for that? Except for the battery was dying. I wish I could have got the flip back over, but I was like holding it up.
It was it's been a lot of fun out there. Dallas with Montana Drones been giving us the great shots.
Oh, this has been awesome. And that's a new drone he's flying for this race. So
and the zoom is absolutely amazing.
Unreal. Great quality picture. Just been a good time.
And if you are just joining us, this coverage of Yellowstone off-road racing for the Wild West 100 is presented by C&E Electrical and brought to you by our official sponsors: Elevated Power Sports, Blackbeard Broncos, DRW Performance, Must Be Nice Performance, Epic Racewear, and by Jim and Tracy Alignments.
Well, we got somebody doing the creek crossings now, so we'll see who that is. Could be our race leader. It'd be about that time, would it be, or no?
Brady Wilson, it's looking like it should be our next one in.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be Brady Wilson. Andy Blazer's about the halfway mark, so he's got another lap and a half to go before that checkered flag flies.
And no, it is Mark Jensen.
Mark Jensen, okay. Well, a little ticker on my speed hive wasn't working on him. Mark Jensen leading the Ultra 4 Unlimited class, making his Yellowstone off-road racing debut here in Columbus, Montana for the Wild West 100, presented by CEI Electrical. Brent Burton has been racing with us a long time, Mr. CEI Electrical. I hate that he couldn't make it, but hey, I'm glad he's still supporting the sport. Here's Brady Wilson coming. So
Yeah, he was right there.
He was there. So Mark Jensen just clicked off a lap of 23:22. But still the fastest lap of this race was by Clint Peterson on his first lap with a 17:21. Skipping the rocks.
Brady's coming by us now at the elevated start-finish in that 357 car.
The old Sniper Fab car. Running the Yokohama tires. Still spitting and sputtering a little bit.
Yeah,
as
still
we,
not sending great.
Mark Jensen makes it down the Goldman's flop. That's a big car going through there. We'll see if he can make quick work. We saw Hatamaki roll over on this next little rock section.
We got Clint coming in behind him, so.
The O.R.R. car makes quick work of the rock section.
And they're testing a new shock on that, so they've been adjusting it and messing with it, so.
So Clint Peterson clicks off another lap, moves into 5th overall, and I do see Levi Rhodes pulling into the hot pits once again.
Oh.
Not sure what's going on there. Hopefully he can get in and out.
Good catch there. I was watching Clint come into the rocks.
Yeah,
so.
there's a lot going on. So Clint Peterson heading up, doing that hard left, and then he'll do the Goldman flop. See if he can make it through.
Last time he's the one that about tipped her over in that same
Yes.
hole. So.
Man, that Montana drone shot is freaking awesome.
Aaron, I'm guessing that's Levi, but Harley's up in your dad's pit.
Yeah, Levi Rhodes is in the hot pits. Hopefully we can get an update on what's going on there.
See if Clint can pick a better line this time than last. Yep,
And he
got
does.
it.
Sometimes it's just crazy. A tire placement, just 6 inches one way or the other, makes a big difference.
Big difference. He missed that. Must have missed that same hole.
So he's 5th overall and 2nd in class.
How far behind Mark is he?
Mark Jensen looks like split is about 1 minute. So not on adjusted time. It's going to be down to the wire between Clint Peterson and Mark Jensen. And I do believe the white flag should be flying here in about 5, maybe 10 minutes for Andy Blazer.
I have a feeling at the rate it's going, Clint might catch Mark by the end of this next lap. Still won't put him in there, but might catch him. Oh. Looks like they got one of the...
That's Heston Schessler. We haven't seen much of him in a little bit.
He got rerunning.
I'm not sure what happened, but great to see him back. He's out there on his 4th lap, getting ready to head out for lap number 5. So yeah, he was having some issues, but glad to see him back there and running. So Heston Schessler.
Dallas running him down with the drone. That is just amazing flying watching
That's
him
cool.
do that.
Absolutely. See Greg Neff behind me, so he's still running strong. He'll be heading out for lap number 7 of 8. We saw Jeff Hatamaki take a little tumble, so that cost him a couple minutes. So that'll give Andy Blazer a little bit more breathing room for the overall.
Yeah, for the overall, but
Bragging
Blazer
rights.
bragging rights, because I don't know, Andy's not running the rocks, so that's a huge difference.
Greg Neff still has the Christmas tree hanging off the driver's brow bar. And the wind just picked up a little bit. Trying to blow our stuff away, but we were able to keep most of it.
And Greg Neff is diving in by the rugged flags, heading to the rock section.
We'll see if he can
Looks
make
like
quick
that
work
rock
of this.
is that rock's grown a little bit on the top
Yeah, it's
up
starting
there.
to get a little laid out. I like it.
And this is tight through there, like you
Oh, yeah.
said. It's
a fun little section.
dude, what's going on? He can't even. He's stuck right there.
I don't know what. Is it
I just
froze?
saw it
No,
tight.
people are moving.
I just saw. Look, he's trying to go. There he
went.
goes.
And I wonder if he's having some issues or what's going on. So he drops down. See if he'll make that corner. He does. But this next, going down's the easy part.
This next rock section's got to go up. I
Yeah.
don't know what was. Maybe he didn't get it in four. Usually they run him 4 all the time.
Yeah.
And
So
he
Greg
blew
Neff
right through
mixed.
there.
I don't know. So he must
So-
have just got pinched in there,
Yeah.
bellied out a little bit.
Bellied out on that wedge. I saw dirt flying off his back tires. So
So I see Rowdy Smith out there. We'll try to get a quick chat with him here in just a moment. He came up on his dirt bike, not his race car.
no, super sad to see. You know, that just sucks.
Yeah,
That's
sucks,
racing.
Mom.
So
That's
it
a
is what it
racing,
is.
100%.
They don't call it finishing. They call it racing.
Just like they don't call it fishing, or they don't
Yeah,
call it catching,
catching,
they call it fishing.
fishing.
Same principle.
I'm really good at the fishing, not so good at the catching.
I'm even better at drinking the beer while we're fishing.
Well, I'm catching. I think they call that catching a buzz is
There
what I'm
you go.
catching.
Yep. So there goes Brenna Goodwin. She still has a lot of fans up in Washington rooting her on. She's still making it. She's heading out for lap number 6 of 8. When do we close the start-finish line? We started racing at 2.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So we still got
Six,
a
'cause
couple
it's
more
4
hours.
hours.
Oh boy.
But I think most of the people on our list are done.
Yeah, so Heston Schessler's still moving. I think we have Brian Drake. They're both out on lap number 5. We just saw Brenna Goodwin head out for lap number 6. Austin Pyatt still moving. Levi Rhodes was in the pits. I can't tell if he's still there anymore. Andy Patak still moving. Greg Neff still moving. Clint Peterson, Mark Jensen, Brady Wilson. Brady Wilson just moved into 3rd overall. Wow, I didn't see that coming. So Brady Wilson is 2nd in the Pro Unlimited right now. That's very impressive.
Did not see that coming.
Yeah.
Although he did have a 3rd place finish last year.
Oh, and our physical race leader is here. So the white flag will be flying here in about 30 seconds.
All right, we got sound back
All
now.
right, yeah,
so we-
welcome back. Sorry about that. One of our microphones just went out on us, but we got Rowdy Smith in here. Had some driveline issues, we thought, but we ended up realizing he ripped the upper link out of the back. So tough break there, buddy.
Right off the chassis.
Yeah. It's just no good, but it's been a lot of fun watching you race all season long. You had some battles and you had your issues in Sturgis with the transmission. You battled, you got it. You got on Craigslist, or I guess it used to be Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace.
It was just a buddy that had one. We're like, sweet.
And you put that in. You did well, and now this one just no coming back from it. Tough break.
Nope. There's literally, I mean, I even talked to the boss man. He's like, there is nothing we could have done about that. That was just a
fatigue.
Yep,
that's part of it.
I've talked to you a ton about. I mean, that car's been around for a long
10,
time.
10-ish years, I think.
10 plus, like right around that 12 mark, I think. So, it's got some miles on it.
Yeah, two, just bummer.
Yeah, bummer. And literally, I mean, I'm just happy to be here. It was fun till it wasn't, but.
Yeah, you'll get her back to Throttle Down Customs, tear her down, rebuild over the winter, and be back ready. I assume you're racing the entire series next season?
Yep, absolutely.
Heck yeah.
There's no place like the Y.O.R.R series, so we'll be back.
And I'm sure you'll be the title sponsor for the Throttle Down Customs Big Sky 200 once again?
Yes, sir.
That's the plan. I love it. Yeah, that's a fun race with the addition of the 12-hour UTV race on Friday, and then you guys on Saturday. Man, that was probably the highlight of the season for Yellowstone.
Absolutely. That's the one I wait for all winter. So.
Well, you got your work cut out for you for sure.
Yep, I thought maybe we'd have an easy winter, but I think that's not the case, and that's all right.
Well,
so.
you earned it.
Absolutely, yep, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, so it seemed like the entire Throttle Down Customs crew was out here.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much. I know you were talking to Alex yesterday.
Yeah, Alex and Keaton and Willis is now here.
Yep,
and
just flew in last night.
Yeah, so you got the whole team out here. It's great to see the whole Throttle Down Customs team come out here and support you guys. It's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
And I know you guys build bumpers, but you also do Jeep frames and stuff too, right?
Yep, Jeep and Bronco frames.
And it keeps you guys busy, huh?
Very busy. Yep,
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And how many employees do you have?
I think we're right around 8 currently.
Oh, so you only have half the team here, huh?
Yep. Yeah, nope.
The other half is slacking.
No, they're just hanging out at home. They bust their ass during the week, so they enjoy their time off.
They deserve it.
They're all solid dudes, and we love having them there. So
that's pretty sweet.
Yep. No, they're good dudes. They work hard all week. So.
Any sponsors you want to thank?
Oh well, definitely Boss Man with Throttle Down Customs. I mean, he's the only reason I'm here doing this. So I have to give the biggest thank you to him. But him with Throttle Down Customs, Baja Designs, they've been awesome to us the past couple of years. Fully Deleted Co. He's always hooking me up with swag, so he's a cool dude. Them, Inland Truck Parts, the Y.O.R.R crew, I mean, they're just, if it weren't for the entire Y.O.R.R crew, we wouldn't have anywhere to race. So all of them and everyone in their pits during the race and helping out during the week, I can't thank all of them enough.
Yeah,
so,
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a blast. And Hurley's Oilfield Services, they help us out big time too. So a lot of awesome people that help us out during the year.
Yeah, the behind the scenes is really the glue of what makes everything happen, and it's
absolutely.
And it takes the entire all the puzzle pieces to put the puzzle together to make it happen with all the volunteers, all the sponsors, the racers, the fans, and everybody in between.
Takes a village.
100%.
Yep.
So always a pleasure seeing you, buddy. Tough break once again, but I know you'll come back bigger and better, and I'll enjoy hanging out with you this evening.
Sounds good.
All right, buddy. Always a pleasure, buddy. Good seeing you.
Thanks for having me in here.
Yep. Well, Shelby, you sneaking out too, or are you hanging out for a little bit?
No, I'm running with you.
All right. Well, hey, Shelby, always a pleasure. Thanks for all your help all season long. It was so much fun.
Oh my gosh,
and
I had a blast.
I hope we can do it again next season.
Absolutely. If we don't have you, Miles, I might pout.
All right. Well, we'll see you this evening. We'll party down, and we'll see you next season. That sounds good. Thank you, Shelby McDonald, for all her help all season long. She's been a great addition to the Y.O.R.R production team.
Awesome. Yeah, bummer luck, but he'll be back strong next year.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Chrissy and Dina, for letting us know our sound went out. We were just chatting away and realized, oh, battery's dead. We should probably switch that.
You know, you got the two most technical guys in here running this.
Yeah. I can't even spell tech.
Yeah. IT's a hard spell.
Oh. Okay.
I got it. I call the IT department all the time at work.
Exactly. And now you're the IT department here.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's been so much fun this weekend. What a great way to round out the 2024 season for Yellowstone off-road racing here at the CEI Electrical Wild West 100, just outside of Columbus, Montana. And to get a huge shout out to Al Hogan for letting us come out here and play on his 589-acre ranch. Absolutely amazing.
There's a great shot from Montana Drone Company, the Hill Climb Hill. We race across top of that and come down. So this property is also used for the Nitro National Hill Climbs.
Yeah, Nitro Nationals, that's wild.
So, and that's what the hill climb is used for. So that's a huge event. It's usually the weekend right before our Broadview race.
Yeah, I think right around Father's Day weekend, if I remember right. I've only heard about it. I've never seen it. Saw a couple video clips of it. It looks pretty wild. And I've seen the hill. Nope, I'm not going up that.
Oh, you stood at the top and looked down. You thought it was that.
No way. I dropped down it in an Ultra 4 car, but I'm not even attempting going up in an Ultra 4.
I don't know if I want to try dropping down it.
I don't want to either. I think you could. I'm not.
You're like, I'm not. Who do we got?
That is Andy Blazer, I believe. Yeah, the spare tire kind of sits up a little straighter in that one. So that's our physical race leader. And he should be coming around within the next 10 minutes.
I think he should be coming to the either or. I'm trying to figure out where he is. We're zoomed out just enough, or zoomed in just enough I can't tell.
Which is awesome. Nope, there's that
there
either or you're
yeah,
talking
you're
about.
Right.
So he is roughly race mile number 6 of 9. So 3 more miles to go for Andy Blazer to overall win this race. But to finish first you must finish.
That's Clint Peterson. Did we miss?
Oh, so that means Brady Wilson came through, and we missed that when we were chatting. So Brady Wilson.
The other one is, where's Mark Jensen? Mark Jensen went out before Clint.
Yes, well, yeah, you're right, but Clint Peterson was chasing him down, so I'm not surprised that he got around.
Okay.
So hopefully we see Mark Jensen here very soon, but Clint Peterson is in that physical 3rd position. So Clint Peterson is winning the Ultra 4 Unlimited class. Jeff Hatamaki is winning the 4800 class. Unofficially. And then Andy Blazer is the man of the day for this race with such a great run going. But it is Clint Peterson with the fastest lap of the day in this race with a 17:21. Fastest lap. Yeah, fastest lap. The fastest lap of the weekend, though, goes to Caleb Rupp with a 16:07 and finished 8 laps in 2 hours and 14 minutes. Just absolutely slayed it out here.
Aaron, just so you know, he's just past mile 6, or about 7 by now. So he just went by the outside of
So there's Clint Peterson making quick work through the rocks section. Glad to see he was able to fix that front drive shaft and make it back out there, and now it's 3rd overall. I'm surprised we haven't seen Mark Jensen yet. I really hope he doesn't have issues on his last couple laps.
Oh. Double D.
Team Double D is on the radio singing.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Did any windows break?
Not yet.
Did somebody leave them a bottle of whiskey? Too long, apparently. They broke into the whiskey. You're like, wait, we're supposed
I was just giving Aaron a heads up just so it was clear on where we were on the... So giving her the heads up where Andy was sitting so she can get prepped to start
Wave that checkered flag.
Checkered flag. This is when the start of the race, when they're all bunched up, and the very end of the race is when Aaron gets hectic over there, and it is a madhouse.
Oh, yeah. But this one's spread out just enough. I think the finish of this one's going to be okay for her.
Yeah. Yeah, these guys have gotten spread out. Attrition rate has been not so great.
No, it's been pretty rough today. We've dropped a lot of guys and gals today. But it's been an amazing weekend here at the CEI Electrical Wild West 100. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. It's been so much fun. Everybody all over the world tuning in and watching this race. Yellowstone Off-Road has done amazing stuff out here, and it's been just a great time. Saw somebody just pull into the hot pit. Couldn't quite make out who it was.
That looks like Hatamaki on the screen.
On screen, that's Andy Blazer, our physical race leader.
Is that Andy?
Yep. I could tell by that spare tire.
Yeah, see, you're better at picking these out than me.
Every once in a while I get lucky. But yeah, Andy Blazer has had a great run. We just talked to his son, Griffin. He's a cute little dude. And it's pretty cool. Father and son both on top of the box at the final race of the season. Can't get much better than that.
Last year, or one of our last races, Griffin had a speech ready for his podium. So
that's awesome.
We'll see what he brings up this time.
Oh,
he hit the water
a little harder than he meant to, I think. So yeah, we're about 3 minutes away from the checkered flag flying for Andy Blazer. Andy Blazer out of Whitefish, Montana, with Jim Gray riding shotgun, with Northwest Parts and Rigging LBR Plumbing.
Oh, he blew a corner there.
He has almost a 10-minute lead over Brady Wilson. So he still just needs to bring it in.
How are the results by class in that one?
So in the 4400 Unlimited.
No, the Pro. I was thinking Andy's class.
Oh, Andy's class. So in the Y.O.R.R Pro Unlimited is Andy Blazer, then Brady Wilson, Levi Rhodes, and then Brian Drake.
And he's still going, so he can take off Levi, because I don't think Levi's still going.
But Levi's still a lap ahead of him, so we'll see.
4-hour time cutoff?
Yes. 6 o'clock.
5:30.
Yeah. Sorry. Yes.
Levi's changing the other injectors that they didn't change last time.
Oh, so Levi Rhodes just pulled in to change out the other injectors they didn't change. So trying to get a little update on how much time we have. It shuts off at, what did we say, 5:30. So we got about another hour's worth of racing. But it's looking good for Andy Blazer. Hitting the road crossing for the final time. What a great run. That Ultra 4 car running in the Y.O.R.R series is going to be exciting right now. 2 more turns to go. It's been a long day. It's been a great day. They took off at 1:30 p.m. one at a time every 30 seconds. They ran 8 laps at 9 miles apiece. And the number 176 of Andy Blazer grabs the checkered flag, unofficially winning the CEI Electrical Wild West 100. What a great run by Andy Blazer.
And his son got to wave the checkered flag.
Oh, I didn't see that. That's awesome. Love it. So Griffin got to wave the flag for his dad. Father and son both on the top of the box in the same day for the final race of the season.
And here comes Greg Neff.
Greg Neff heading out for his last lap. 1 more lap to go for Greg Neff. Trying to chase down Jeff Hatamaki. Oh, Hatamaki, we haven't seen him. So Greg Neff just took the lead in the 4800 class. Oh no, wow. Where is Jeff Hatamaki? He had such a good day going. He had a little bit of a tumble, got righted. I hate to see that for him. So Greg Neff is now our new leader in the 4800 class. Wow. And we haven't seen Mark Jensen yet.
Yeah.
So Mark Jensen and Jeff Hatamaki, it's a little bit of a bummer by both of those guys. So Greg Neff is now our new leader in the 4800 class. Wow. And we haven't seen Mark Jensen yet. So Mark Jensen and Jeff Hatamaki, it's a little bit of a bummer by both of those guys. So Mark Jensen and Jeff Hatamaki, it's a little bit of a bummer by both of those guys. And Greg Neff is moving, but he's
Oh, I
definitely
see
slow.
Mark.
Okay, I hear a big one.
He's just coming over the jump by Team Double D over there.
They're having some fun, aren't they?
Oh, I think they are.
Mark Jensen had some sort of issue out there, I'm sure of it. But I'm glad to see him back moving. But it's right now all about Andy Blazer. So Jeff Hatamaki just passed race mile number 6, so he did have an issue out there.
Okay.
Aaron gave me an update. Thank you for that. And look at that, Mark Jensen, all sorts of slideways, heading out for his 8th and final lap, leading his class.
We got Levi Rhodes
No,
jumping.
he's in second. Clint Peterson is leading his class.
Clint Peterson, remember, he got the pass.
Yep.
Sounds like Levi Rhodes just jumped back on track.
Okay.
I seen him coming through here.
Perfect. Wow, so a lot of shakeups here the last couple laps, except for Andy Blazer. He's
He's solid. And
he's been solid all day, but Rowdy Smith had a great run until he didn't, and that's what gave Andy the lead. But hey, that's good racing.
you see Mark making his way through there. That car is just wide and stable.
Yes, and those ORI shocks really work well in the rocks.
Well, I gotta
very
say,
impressive.
I run them on my Jeep, my crawler.
Yeah, they're cool.
They're
The shock
great
technology is I don't even know how to explain them.
They had a breakout. I went and saw their shop, and they had a breakout, and they were showing me cutaway of how it all worked and everything. And I just shook my head and acted like I knew what they were talking about.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's neat. Yeah. I mean,
gave him your money and walked away.
That's it. That's all you need to do. No, Jensen
Where
Brothers done it.
Where are they based out of?
Salt Lake.
Salt Lake City. Utah.
I was on my way to. They just rebuilt some shocks for me, or went through, tuned them up. I'll send them through again this window, but I was on my way to Sand Hollow, so I stopped by their shop. So
there's a pretty good battle out there.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
Mark
it is.
Jensen getting around Greg Neff. So Greg Neff is running, but he's a little off pace.
And Greg Neff pulled over for him.
Yep,
So
great sportsman there. Mark Jensen's getting a little excited, blowing a couple corners there. So I'm sure his son Kirk's like, "Hey, Dad, settle down. This is the last lap. We got this."
I think now they're going after Clint Peterson because
They're trying.
They've led all day. After Clint, Clint
broke
that drive shaft.
front drive shaft. Yep.
God,
Midway
we've
through the
done
race.
a lot of drive shaft issues today, huh?
Lots of carnage. This course definitely did not disappoint.
I believe it's 1119 off the track.
Uh-oh, I just hearing Levi Rhodes is off the track again. So he switched injectors again, but now is pulled back off course. I don't know what's going on. Tough break for him, but he's still out there, so I'm hoping
and he
can lock down
roughly an hour.
The series championship.
So he's got roughly an hour, and he needs to get one more lap, right?
There's a great shot of the T&E Cat Studio. Oh, and our race leader of Andy Blazer. They're checking out that Trent Fab car. Lots of excitement right there. Griffin Blazer wins this morning, and his dad, Andy Blazer, wins this afternoon.
Awesome. Nothing like the celebration there.
Heck yeah. What a great run had by all. Great shot of your 4C Can-Am that we set up course with.
Yep. About that from elevated in 17, 18. The first year, the 4C had the smart lock. That's what I rated on.
And you've got, what did we say, 6,500 miles on it?
6,500. We had to finally do clutches.
That's pretty impressive. Oh, that's Austin Pyatt?
I can't tell
and
who's
Brian Drake, I'm guessing.
Is that who it is? Okay, good call. Yeah, with those front shocks, that's what it looks like to me. That car has been, that side-by-side of mine's been great.
Yeah.
That X3.
Yeah, we marked course with it and put cones out and really worked it hard all season long. And they're coming up the little jump here. Yeah, we got Andy Blazer coming in.
Howdy, guys.
Andy Blazer in the house, our unofficial overall winner. No.
Yeah. Unofficial overall winner.
I'll take that.
Yeah, you got to be pretty excited.
Long time listener, first time caller. It's good to see you.
Oh, likewise. We just had your son Griffin in here chatting.
Oh, did you have him?
Yeah.
Okay.
And how cool is that? He was able out to wave the checkered flag for you.
I know, I love
that. Was
every
something
time.
special, right?
That's what it's all about,
Yeah.
really. So we try to make it a family event.
Yeah.
We got him out here on his racer. Is that the doctor?
That was Brian
Yes,
Drake.
Brian
Oh,
Drake
he's a
just
doctor,
passed.
huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder what his insurance is for doing this in his part-time.
Austin Pyatt does have a left front tire going low, not completely flat.
Hey, I did this one for Al. This is my
Yeah.
Al Hogan race.
Yeah, how cool is it to let him let us come out here and race? Really great facility, a beautiful ranch, and yeah, I mean Al Hogan's a legend.
You want to hear a story?
Yeah, I'd love to hear a story.
Okay. So, is this okay?
Oh, 100%.
Well, you deserve that that beverage after that race.
Thank you. How long has it been? 15? 14?
14
It's your story.
Well, I gotta know. I can't it's give or take. It's
Yours
15 years.
Like 15 years, yeah.
We came out here. We got out here before everybody at the very first race. We met Al Hogan. He was out here setting up his gate back in the day.
Okay, yeah,
He used
you
to
had
have
take a gate down,
You'd
put
have to come
gas
out,
in.
take the gate. Yep, do gas, change a tire. So I met Al, and a couple years goes by, and Al and I become more and more friendly. But Al would always lap me, and you gotta understand, it was a homemade car. Al was, a professional from the desert, and so we would come out here with the ambition of, I just don't want to be lapped by Al Hogan. So that's
a good stride.
That was goal number one. Don't want to be lapped by Al Hogan. So probably 5 years goes by. We're not getting lapped by Al Hogan anymore. And was it his last year he raced here? We ended up beating Al Hogan.
Wow, that's
So
pretty cool.
That was our whole progression.
On his last year, he raced here, Annalise got to ride with him. So that was her first time in a truck. With Al Hogan, at all.
That's pretty wild.
So we're really lucky to be here on his property. He really Don and Al
are the reason
really started
in
it all.
Montana.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that he's raced down in Baja. He's won down in Baja. He started off-road racing in Montana, and him still being involved with it is really special.
These guys took it to the next level. They
Absolutely,
really took it to the next
And
level.
Aaron and Grizz, took it from Don. Don is still involved, but Aaron and Grizz have really stepped it up and brought to what we have now.
It used to be we had random people show up. And then that one year we had like 7 Ultra 4 cars. And the next year, no Ultra 4 cars.
Yeah.
And then the next year we had 2 or 3 Ultra cars. So we never had an Ultra 4 class, really. So Grizz, with our old car, it was a progression. So Grizz and Dawn would always find what class we best fit in.
And let you go.
With a 72 Morphodite Ford Bronco with a 300 inline 6 and a 4-speed.
Oh, so a real hot rod.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I bought a set of tires from Jeff Knoll. And back with the beginning, Pirate, I wasn't good on it, so I'm a Pirate. And I'm like, oh, they got a set of these Baja TS. And he raced them in the Vegas to Reno.
All right.
So I call him up around Christmas time. I'm like, hey, we're supposed to be down for King of the Hammers, and can I buy these tires from you? And he says, well, if you commit, send me the money. I'll break them down because they were on
some wheels,
different wheels that didn't fit. Turn out.
Oh, we just missed it. Brady Wilson came through and got the checkered flag for second position. What a
Awesome.
great run for him. Great job goes to Brady Wilson, unofficial second place overall and in class, right behind Andy Blazer.
Levi's out.
And getting the word that Levi Rhodes is out of the race. Tough break. So there's the Montana drone checking us out. We got
Austin Pyatt called it.
Andy Blazer in here. Austin
What's a Pyatt
Pyatt also
called?
called out. Dang the bad luck.
So we couldn't race on 42, so we got these from Jeff Knoll. And Jeff
Okay.
Knoll's like, well, where do you live? I'm like, well, we live in Whitefish, Montana. He's like, oh, one of my best friends live there. I'll just drive him up to you. How does that work, 1,500 miles
No
away?
doubt.
Yeah.
Just real quick, I'll swing by.
Small world. And
Yeah.
you know Kerry Steiner.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So Kerry Steiner's a good friend of ours, and that was a good friend of
Nice.
his, so that's
Cool.
why he
Small
brought him
world
up,
up here.
Yep. So I've been racing on his tires for a while, but BFG, you need to come take a look at the weather-checked BFGs I'm driving. I might need a new set.
Probably so.
So if any of you out there are watching, I'm going to send you a picture of these weather-checked old BFGs.
But they're still working.
Maybe
huh?
you want to. Oh yeah, everybody gives me a hard time too. They're like,
I saw
oh,
them yesterday, and I looked at them and I went, those are getting kind of weather checked.
Oh, nice tires. Everybody looks at me, and I bought them from Burton for $400.
Brent Burton?
Yeah.
They're 37s.
It's still running.
No,
Or you
30,
jumped it.
39s.
You're on 39s.
They're
now.
39s. Yeah.
I figured they were old set of Al Hogan's.
I have a whole rack of 37s. Al used to sponsor me and
Give you the
give
37s
me
after
his-
he wore them all out.
Yep.
He'd give them to you.
But this silly rule at King of the Hammers for having a DOT tire.
Yep. That makes it a little tough, doesn't it?
Yeah, Dave, if you're watching, silly rule.
And speaking about small world, Bill Koontz is up in your area
Yeah,
too, right?
yeah,
You
yeah.
bump into him ever?
Not since he stopped racing.
Okay.
Really.
He still has the TTB car, I believe, right?
I'm unaware. I think it's
Okay.
going to be for sale.
Okay, I know
think
it was
he's-
kind of
he
back
set-
and
he
forth.
set it aside.
All right, because that's a really cool
So,
car too.
great guy to be around as well.
Oh, absolutely. So here comes Austin. No,
That's Andy Patak.
Andy Patat. That's right.
That's a cool truck.
Yep,
Yeah,
so
a
he's
little
out
Toyota
for his
that's
last
just moving.
race.
Don't you like coming out here and seeing like all the
Oh, a
different
little
rigs?
bit of different. It's fun, yeah.
One year,
A little bit of
that
everything.
first year we raced, remember they had, were you here for that race? When the Land Rush start that we used to do?
Yeah, I've
And
been
that-
here for one of them.
That guy raced that purple mid-engine Cummins on like
Yes.
42s or 44s.
That'd probably be scary to line up next to on a Land Rush.
Oh, he'd get in your rear view, like, and you would be like, get out of the way,
It's a monster truck's coming, yeah.
Blowing black smoke, because then after you'd go by, you'd literally have to stop. It was worse than dust.
Oh, no
He'd
doubt.
leave all this hanging black smoke.
Remember when the TDK had the diesel in theirs?
Oh,
Yeah,
in this car,
testing
huh?
it.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
in this
remember. I
car
forgot about
before
that.
got
It used to be a
switched out.
Duramax.
It was a Dirty Max that would roll the smoke for just a little bit. But
There's an old video out there. They might have had taken it down, but it was called Poetry and Smoke, and it was cool, but it gave the wrong vibe.
Yeah, I got you.
So TDK is our pit partners.
Nice, yeah.
So we've been rolling with them for years.
They're great people. We just had Rowdy in here chatting with him. I know Willis is here on site, and that car had a little bit of tough luck today, but that's part of racing.
He's just been in Alaska for 2 weeks on,
Yeah,
on a
fishing
river
and
trip.
hunting.
Yeah, and then he gets off a plane and comes here.
Oh, here
he hasn't
comes-
even been home in 3 weeks.
Looks like here's Jeff
yeah, but where would
Hadamaki.
you rather come here than go home right away, right?
So this will be our physical
Everybody's here.
third
Unless you're an
position.
introvert like us.
Hadamaki, so I don't
Oh,
know
you know
what
what?
happened to
Remember,
him.
he's a lap down. I forgot about that. So not sure what happened to
What
him.
happened to me? He's been out for a while.
Yeah,
and he
so
was
he is-
running a great pace.
Yeah, he was trying to. You and him were battling. He had you in his sights a few
Which
times.
car? This car? That's
Yep,
getting
yep.
through?
Jeff Hadamaki. There's about 2
Oh
or 3
yeah, I
laps
kept
ago.
seeing him on the.
Yep, on the
on the turn.
comebacks. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's an Eric Miller car, right?
Yeah, that's a Miller chassis.
He should be in front of
this
me.
year. yeah, for sure.
He
But
ran
you
the
get to
rocks.
bypass the rocks. He
I
wasn't.
did. That's true.
So that's
Yep.
about a minute
And-
plus a lap.
And
so.
then it cost him some time. He rolled
yeah,
in
he
the
flopped
rocks.
in the
Oh, dude.
rocks.
And they had to
We
take that
we noticed
speeder
he
to
wasn't there anymore, but we'd see him in the same switchback, the same time, the same place.
You were checking him out.
Yep, in
huh?
all due honesty, he had to do the rocks.
And you had Jim Gray riding shotgun with you, right?
Jim Gray's been
Yep.
with me for quite some time.
That's
Yep.
cool.
I need to put him on a diet.
You tell him that.
We can shave it. I can't do
This
it.
is live.
I can't do anything else to the car. I can't get it any lighter than what it is.
Except for Jim.
We can put Jim on keto. Love you, Jim. You're the best. I couldn't do it without you.
All in good fun. It's been a great day. It's been a great weekend.
It's going to be a week before he watches this.
Yeah, probably.
So, yeah, that gives me a hard time.
You gonna make your way to King of the Hammers again this year? Or?
Probably not this year.
Not
We're going
this
to
year?
try to go down and do we want to do the Silver State 300
Okay,
first.
that's a fun one.
And then I'm going to be 50, turn 50 in about a year and a half. And in that March, I want to do Nora.
Oh, Nora's a great one. I love that race.
And then I want to, if I could put a team together, and then I want to circle back and do the Hammers after that.
Cool. All right.
Instead of beating the car up.
Yeah, just kind of save it and do Nora and Hammers one more
And
time.
I'm kind of waiting for my son to get a little bit older so
right.
he can be part of it. And Jim,
Cool.
I can't thank Jim enough because he brings Griffin's car down in the back of his truck.
Oh, you know what? I've seen that then. I know which one that is.
It's
That's
for
Toyota,
sale, by the
right?
way.
I saw
Yeah,
it.
170 beat the 200s today. If anybody's looking.
And here's Clint Peterson, physical third overall for the CEI Wild West 100. What a great run he had. So Clint Peterson is here in town, winning his class, third overall. What a great run by Clint Peterson.
And something happened. He got slow. He got fast there for a while, but that lap seemed a little slow.
Yeah, that was a 23-minute lap. He still has the fastest lap of this race with that 17:21, the lap he was able to skip the rocks. And it looks like he's driving straight to the porta potty.
My weather-checked BF Goodriches were really getting nervous of that one mud hole.
Oh, I'll
that
bet.
was getting really deep.
Oh, is there still a mud hole
Oh, it's
out there?
deep. It's 2 ruts, 40 inches, 20 plus inches deep.
Is it in one of the sharp
All
corners?
you can see is it's the second mud hole coming this way.
Oh, crossing, the water crossing? Oh, okay.
Yeah, all you see is diff. Diff marks.
So diff skid plate. It's
Yeah,
getting plowed out
it's
there,
deep.
huh?
How was the track overall? Did it get rough out there? Is it better than you've raced this for years? Is it better or worse than it's been in the past?
It's rough, and it gets rougher after every lap.
Every lap.
Yep. Back in the day, you used to be able to drift those corners, and before it burned, right?
Yeah,
And
I wish I could have seen that. This place.
that hurted a lot too after the burn, and then there wasn't any foliage, so when it would rain, it would wash everything out. But this track is quintessential rough, and it. Al started this track in the beginning so he could test for Baja.
For Baja, yeah.
For Baja.
And you can kind of tell with the switchbacks and whatnot. I mean, it's got some similar terrain. It doesn't have the whoops or the wide open section, but it's got the tight technical.
That goat trail on this side. Have you been around it? Mm-hmm. So the goat trail on this
This is my
side,
first time ever being here, and I've been around it twice now, and it's really cool. I love it.
and then the rock garden and the roller coaster, which we have our own names for it. But
What is it?
what's that?
Your own names.
Oh yeah, we call it the goat trail. And then we got the rock garden, which is the long side hill with the big boulders in it.
Okay.
And then the roller coaster where you come down, you up on top before you come into the bottom section.
Yep.
You come down, and then it's got you can't even get after it because it's just got these nasty kickers in it.
Yeah, no, it's
and they're
such a
they're
cool
just
spot.
staggered at the wrong. Some are close, and then one's wider, and then and then what is it with that big? I don't want to swear. That big rock on the side of the field.
Don't hit it.
Oh,
if you're trying to go for a pass or something,
yeah,
that's
on the hayfield.
That's a day ender. Like it's
it'll hurt.
It'll break a
And
front
we moved
axle
it
in
out.
half.
We moved it out further from where it was. 2 years ago, we caught a tire on it. I did, and Al side by side, which that cost me a wheel and a tire I had to buy him. Can you imagine that?
Well, you know Al, so
Yeah. And so we took and I drug it myself further off track, so it was way off, because I didn't want to deal with it.
That thing needs to go bye-bye.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
It's scary.
Go out there and yank it off.
I can do that. But you know what I got to do? I got to go out and help TDK get their car back in.
Yeah.
So
I think
we're
they
going to
may
wait till
have-
the race is done, right? Before we head
Yes.
out for recovery.
Yeah, and we're gonna do awards immediately after everything is done. So
They got to stop breaking. They're breaking my heart every time.
I know. Poor Rowdy. I mean,
it
pour
breaks my heart too.
they pour their heart and soul into it, and just
We
tough
run on the
break.
same race channel, so Rowdy's there. He's like, Okay, Blazer, Alex is like, okay, Blazer, we're coming up on you.
I did 7 laps and Kirk had to take over.
All right.
I'm going blind.
Uh-oh. So, yeah, Mark Jensen's coming over. He said he had to throw Kirk in the car. So he's still out there for one more lap, right? Nice.
He's on his last lap. He's coming in.
Well, that's awesome. I hate to hear your eyes hurting you a little bit.
Well, I got dirt in the eye. I couldn't wash it out.
Oh, shoot.
So we pitted it. After lap 7, we pitted and switched drivers. I tell you, driving the last lap or two with one eye,
A little tough, huh? Oh, tough break for that, but really great to see you in the race car and testing out your ORI shocks and pushing them to the limits.
well, okay, I'm over 70, but I didn't die of old age in the car. That's just for the record.
Perfect. But yeah, great to have you out here, Mark.
I reluctantly jumped out of the car. Anyway, almost made it.
Almost, but hey, the car's gonna make it, right?
Yeah, the car will make it.
And it looks like you were pushing pretty hard there for a little while.
Well, one-eyed Jack.
One-eyed Jack. One-eyed Mark.
That last lap, I couldn't push hard. I was all over the place.
We saw a couple corners getting blown.
Oh, this has been a great race.
We're going to watch them come in.
All right. Well, great job, and hopefully you can bring it all in one
I'll
piece.
keep one eye on it.
There you go. Keep an eye on it. Oh, man, this has been fun.
Well, it's been fun having you come up and do this.
Yeah, no, I've really enjoyed it.
Great season.
Obviously, I've seen you around for quite a while, off and on, but coming up here and doing the Yellowstone, I'm having fun. The grassroots style has just such a great feel to it.
Are there other events that you go to?
I've done the NORRA 1000 in April, and then I'm doing the NORRA 500 here in a couple weeks, and then finish up Ultra 4 Nationals, and then get geared up for King of the Hammers. So.
Are there any other grassroots racing like we have here?
I mean, Ultra 4 used to be this, but it's grown past it, which is cool and different.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, grassroots here is something different. NORRA's different as well, and it's awesome. And it's kind of got the grassroots feel, but not the kind of tight-knit community. So yeah, I really love it. Yellowstone off-road racing has something really special.
Maybe I can pick your brain later about how to get it set up with some guys on the NORRA.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what we lack is in pit crew and
okay.
and and setting up logistics.
Yeah, hit me up on that, and I can set you up with some people and at least pick their brain on it. Okay. You can pick my brain on whose brain to pick.
Does Baja Pits work that?
Yeah, yep, they're down there.
Okay, Baja Pits does do that.
I think so. There is one of the pits down there that does it. I'll get you that info. So here it comes, Mark.
Flat tire.
He's got a flat tire.
Kurt Jensen blows the last corner, collapses the flag, but makes her all the way to the finish line. A right front flat tire, but is able to bring it across the finish line. So I believe that puts him in second in class and fourth overall. Mark made 7 laps, and Kirk drove the last lap and killed the flag there at the end.
Well, I'm sure everybody's tired of listening to me.
Well, I'm sure they're tired of listening to me.
Yeah.
Anyways, Andy, always a pleasure.
Awards. Thanks.
Great job, and yeah, we'll see you at the awards.
We expect a big speech out of you because we know you do such good speeches up there. And does Griffin
Well,
have
it's
his
because I
speech?
usually have 6 beers with me by then.
Perfect.
Does Griffin have his speech ready?
Oh, he
this
probably's
year?
got it all written out. Yep.
Like he did last time.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you, and congrats to Andy Blazer. So we have our top 4 across the line. How far back is Greg Neff, Austin Pyatt, Andy Patak, and Jeff Hadamaki?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, that was me.
Getting a little excited.
Got
there.
excited, hitting buttons. Trying to see who
Neff,
we got
right?
here.
That is
Who's
Greg
that
Neff. So that's looking like Greg Neff will be our 5th overall and 1st in class in the 4800. What a great run for him.
God, this track got brutal, I guess.
It ate some
This
people's
is my
lunch, for
favorite
sure.
part is tomorrow when we go clean up cones.
See what else we find out there?
See what else we find and see how rough the track
See
really
how
got.
deep those ruts got. Yep.
I've been out here before and we used to use my Defender to run around. I didn't even bring it this time, but we used the Defender. But this one gets so rutted out, you'd get high centered in it.
So the number 73 of Greg Neff with Alex winning riding shotgun out of Brewfield, Colorado, does a little spin out and finishes backwards. The last two cars are getting a little excited, but they made it. What a great finish to this race, man. It's getting wild.
We'll see what Aaron has to say about that. Run right over her timing box.
I hear some choice words getting yelled out there, but Greg Neff unofficially winning the 4,800 class and backing through the finish line. Doing a little show off. That was all the way sideways.
Yeah. Obviously, he was not in four-wheel drive, which I think he was popping it out because
just for fun.
I seen him stop at the bottom of the rocks the last time.
Okay,
and I was
saving the
wondering
front
what
end,
he was
maybe.
doing. And maybe he's having some issues, so he was trying to save it for the rocks and then use what he had to.
That was a fun ending with Mark Jensen and with Greg Neff. And with on adjusted time, Greg Neff does steal the overall fourth from Mark. Obviously, they're in different classes. You can go to the speedhive.mylaps.com and check it out. You can break it down, results by class. And here comes Brian Drake.
She asked if it gets called at 4:30. It'd be 5:30 our time.
Yeah, 5:30 Mountain Standard Time.
4:30 East or West Coast.
Yeah, Pacific Standard.
Yep.
So it'd be 6:30 Central Time if we want to get all sorts of confusing. And let's go 7:30 Eastern Time.
There we go. We got them all.
And there goes Brian Drake. I believe he does. Yes, he has one more lap to go. Brian Drake heading out on his 8th and final lap. So that means the start line closes at 5:30, right?
Yep.
So they can still go out at 5:25?
Well, what Aaron usually does is
the
she
math?
takes the math.
Okay, so
and
if it takes them
they
25 minutes,
and
she'll
they
close it
can't-
at 5:05.
5:05.
Okay, that makes sense. So you have to finish
It
your
actually
last
goes
lap.
off of, she said 5:30 because she knows where everybody's sitting, but it'll actually go off of if they started 30 seconds after that. She
On
does
adjusted
she
time, okay.
She takes it all the way down to the seconds and gives them a fair chance at their shot. at that
That's the
lap.
way to do it.
So that's why we are not doing the math and we're letting her.
Yeah, so I think Levi Rhodes locks down the Y.O.R.R championship for his class. And it's going to be, I think Mike Ablott likes down for his class. What a great season you've had there,
it's
Grizz.
been a great time. And it's been a fun season. It's been a blast having you with us.
It's been fun. Thank you for letting me be a part of it. And I'm hoping we'll see schedule-wise next year, but it's been great. Yeah, up next I'll be heading down to the Baja 500, the Nora 500 here in a couple weeks, and then we'll finish out the Ultra 4 season at Davis, Oklahoma for the Ultra 4 Nationals.
Yep.
And then it's full-on prep mode for the 2025 King of the Hammers. Lots of information will be coming out with that here in the next few weeks. So we have our top 5 across the line for the CEI Electrical Wild West 100 in Columbus, Montana. It's been a great run all weekend long. I hope you guys back at home has had as much fun as we have here in the T&E Cat Studio. It's been
awesome.
wonderful. Grizz, I've always enjoyed hanging out, buddy. It's been fun.
This has been a blast. It's so fun. It's nice having somebody to do this with. I've had to been stuck in this by myself before.
Yeah,
so.
pulling it all by yourself can make for a long day. Shelby's done great this weekend helping us out, off and on all season long, and sounds like she may be in a race truck a little bit next season. So we'll share duties with her. We'll still have to drag her in here.
Yeah, definitely. And a huge shout out to all our volunteers out there.
There's an army.
So hard.
Yep, Truman's out there hustling. Cody and Carmen, Ethan, Timmy, Andrew, I know I'm missing a bunch, but man, you got a great team.
Mike from Blackbeard's
Yep,
out
Mike,
there.
Blackbeard Broncos.
Josh and his new wife.
Yes.
They got married last weekend from Must Be Nice Performance. They're out there helping. I mean, not only are these guys sponsors, but they're also our volunteers.
Yeah.
They come out to help us and hang out.
Yeah, Brian Williams with Dusty Goggles that helps us at Sturgis. He's out here volunteering, helping everything run smooth.
Dan from Elevated, the owner of Elevated, he's out here just hanging out, cruising around. My daughter Cheyenne's out here in her machine. So
yeah, she was supposed to race but isn't, so now she's out volunteering.
Yep, she is volunteers now. So
oh, we got the wild man, Greg Neff. So was that on purpose or not?
No way, man. We blew the T case up. And
okay, we were wondering what was going on.
Getting through the rocks was just a nightmare.
So you went through the rocks in two-wheel drive. So we saw you were off pace.
I put it in four-wheel drive, but all I had was noises coming from underneath the car. And so we got back out of it, clicked back to two-wheel, and we had all of what we needed. But oh my goodness!
And then got coming across here.
Sorry, yeah, it was squirrely, as you saw, but it wasn't intended to back across the finish line.
But you did it, and it worked.
I was like, don't wreck the flags.
Yeah, but you like perfectly pirouette, spin around, and then back to track.
Yeah.
How was the track?
It was rough.
Yeah, it's a rough track.
We were about halfway through. I mean, lap 2 is where we broke the T case. And so we were just limping and limping and limping. It was getting worse and worse and worse. We went into pits a couple times to have the team try to
So we saw them check out like
on.
the left front or something. They jacked up for a minute. You stirred and they sent you off.
Broken? Is like, what's going on? And we couldn't find anything. And then we just kept going. Eventually we were in the rocks, and then it let go fully, which is and you're like, oh, that's not gonna be
that ain't good.
How were the rocks?
They were good. You had to be very careful how you line up, as several people saw.
Oh yeah, Hatamaki, Rekamaki tipped over.
That drop is no joke, and you got to be squared up to it. And even when the rear's coming down it, you pitch pretty good. So.
Yeah. That's where Rich Goldman, the Goldman drop, we named it.
We named it Golden rollover drop, whatever afterwards.
We were
the Goldman flop.
Flop, that's what it was.
We were honestly figuring out how we can try to limp to the pits, or try to just pack it up on a trailer on like lap 4 or 5.
Oh no! Well, I'm glad you.
And then we figured out, well, why don't we just lift up on the T case and put it back into two-wheel drive? And then after that, it was like, all right, maybe we.
So in two-wheel drive, it was okay.
Yep.
So how did you make it through in two-wheel drive in the rocks?
All throttle.
Yeah, just bouncing.
Momentum and trying to keep speed, and we would engage it on like the big stuff just to pull for the 3 or 4 feet that we needed, and then after that, pop it back out.
So just destroyed a little bit more.
Yeah, just all the teeth are gone.
That
gives
was
you
a lot
something
of fun.
to do when you get back.
Yeah, I needed something to add to the list.
Yeah, because don't you get home tomorrow and then hop a plane?
Yeah.
to Europe?
That's right. Yeah, I got to go to work. So busy.
Yeah.
But we'll get it fixed and see what's wrong in there. New gears, I'm sure.
Yeah, at least. So you going to do any more racing this year, or get everything geared up for King of the Hammers?
The plan was to go to nationals. We'll see what we can get for parts in this T case when we get home and get it out.
Sweet.
Thrilled to have the whole Sherpa team out here.
Alex was riding shotgun with you, I saw.
Yeah, the 4600 driver, Alex Fleming, rode shotgun with me this time. Eric, my usual co-driver, couldn't make it. So, we brought the team out. We had a great time, and, thrilled to just be out here with everybody in a great course that, Grizz put on out here. So,
awesome.
Had a great time.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I'm glad to see you out here. You and Hatamaki were battling out pretty good, but he had something happen. I'm not sure. He's still out on course, and you're here.
Yeah, I heard he rolled in the rocks.
He did that.
The team's like, if you got anything left, you got to go. And we're like,
I think I can. I can.
And then, shortly after that, we saw him pulled off, hood up, working on something.
Okay.
But when we came back around, he was going again, so he must have got it fixed.
He did. He came by us. He should be out on his last lap right now. So.
Yeah. He's out there. And
somebody's coming through now, but it looks
it could be Hatamaki. He should be in here in the next couple minutes.
Yeah.
But that's not him. That is Brenna, I believe.
She got a back flat tire.
How's it going?
Okay.
I don't see that.
right, well, I'm going to let you guys back to it.
Yep, all right. Well, Greg Neff, always a pleasure, buddy.
Yeah.
Great job, and hopefully
Yeah,
we'll
guys.
see you at the Ultra 4 Nationals there in Davis, Oklahoma.
That's the plan.
Awesome.
See how it goes.
Yep,
Thanks,
great job,
guys.
buddy.
We got Brenna
Goodwin.
Goodwin coming through now.
She does have one more lap to go.
She's going out on her final lap right now.
She is an unofficial top 10 heading out for her 8th and final lap. And here comes Hatamaki. So that should put him up into unofficial 6th overall and 2nd
Will he
in
be
class.
getting his checkered on this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yep, checkered
perfect.
flag will be flying for Jeff Hatamaki, the number 951, out of Canada, with Aaron riding shotgun. So Jeff Hatamaki grabbing the checkered flag. Unofficial 2nd position in the 4800 class. What a great run he had.
He had some mistakes in there, little things, but great run.
A lot of fun. Congratulations, Jeff Hatamaki. Took his little tumble in the rocks, but was able to keep on rocking and rolling.
Right now, who's that going through the rocks right now?
That is Brenna, right?
Oh, it is.
Yeah, that's
That would
Brenna
be- that
Goodwin.
would make
Yep.
sense 'cause she went
She's
back
out
up.
on her 8th and final lap.
So she'll be on her final. Who else is out there that we know of?
So we still have Austin Pyatt should be coming through, Andy Patak, Brian Drake, Brenna Goodwin. And then Levi Rhodes, we heard, is out. Heston Schessler, haven't seen much of him lately. Goldman is out. Smith is out. So, yeah, I think we just have Brenna Goodwin, Brian Drake, Andy Patak, Austin Pyatt. Those are our last 4 running, I believe.
I think you're right. No, this has been a great race, great time.
What a great backdrop we have here. Again, huge shout out to Al Hogan for letting us come out here and play on his private ranch. 589 acres, a small slice of heaven here just outside of Columbus, Montana.
Just the backdrop is just beautiful. You can see him
It's
there.
fantastic. Thanks again to everybody who makes this possible. A huge shout out to CEI Electrical, Wild West Off-Road Series, Elevated Power Sports, Can-Am, Epic Racewear, DRW Performance, Jim and Tracy's Alignment, Blackbeard Broncos, Must Be Nice Performance.
Cat, T&E, the cat dealer, local cat dealer for the live shows. CA Fabrication, Montana Drone Company, Pure Sports Center. Mickey Thompson, Dakota Alignment and Frame, Throttle Down Custom, Roller Construction, and Rugged Radios.
Napa, ZRP, Inland Truck Parts, Montana Braveheart, Combustion Syndicate, Montana 4x4 Association, and Hogan Corp.
Well, we got Aaron Kane came in. How was the run today?
It's pretty fun.
Did you have fun out there? How was the track?
It was awesome because it wasn't it wasn't a lot of dust, but we still had traction without the mud, so it was the most fun I've had on this track so far. It was
awesome.
He raced in the Maverick R this morning at our 9 o'clock race and got 2nd place, if I remember right, correct?
Or 3rd.
I think I got 3rd, but Grizz likes tricking me on that.
So, we'll see. I don't know. It's been a little while. So, yeah. So, it was Caleb Rupp up front.
Jake Varsity.
Oh, Jake Versey got second. You got third.
Right.
That was my mistake. But you were out there battling with him and just putting on one heck of a show. And every time you came through, you were looking like you were running hard.
I was trying as
Give it
hard
all
as I
you
could.
had, huh?
We're still working out our bugs, but we're making huge improvements, and I finally got a good navigator that knows what he's doing.
Well, that's a big help, isn't it?
It really is, more than people think. Like on the small tracks, you can memorize them, but there's several spots that look the same when you're coming up to them, and when you have a navigator and you know for sure what's on the other side of the hill or corner, you gain seconds every time.
100%.
You know?
And at some of these races, you don't have time to flip out or get out your flip phone and see where you're at, right?
Yeah. You never know that, are you?
I think, where was it?
I like my flip phone, man. It's pretty much indestructible.
Broadview. Yeah, we were in Broadview after the race, and you couldn't find your phone. And I gave you mine. We had the flashlight, and you said, call me. So I called you, and all of a sudden you guys like, you still got a flip phone? But it works,
My
right?
nephew calls it an antique. He never saw one before. He's like 17, and he'd never seen a flip
Oh,
phone
that's
before
funny.
I pulled one out.
But yeah, you made it happen, and you're out here on the podium. Pretty impressive.
It is. I've had a long struggle to get here, man. I do it all myself, all my own mechanic and building everything, and so it's a slow learning curve, and I've been trying for quite a few years, and it's like third place is just as good as first to me,
a
because
podium's
I've
a
never
podium,
been on
right?
the podium before, and I feel like a winner anyway. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's rewarding as much work and time and money,
time and effort for sure.
You know, it's hard by yourself when I don't have the resources to go buy a built car or whatever, but I've learned a lot along the way, and I think these guys might better start watching out, because we're
going to be on
getting
it, huh?
close here. I'm going to be pushing them here for long.
And how old are you?
50.
50. All right. That's awesome, and still out here pushing strong. Huh?
Getting old, yeah, but it'll help keep me young too, I think.
Tell them the story. Tell them the story about Jake and wanting to give us the horn.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Jake and me were teasing each other last night. He was like, I've been 700 miles, I think 703 race miles this year, and I've only been passed once.
Oh, that's
in
pretty impressive.
Broadview, and it was because I was trying to find my water hose, and I passed him right back in a couple miles, and so I've only been passed once. So
but you passed him right back.
Jake told me he was going to let me hear a siren today. And my main goal was to not let him. I told him I wouldn't pull over if he give me the siren. He was going to have to hit me and scratch my new bumper. And he said he's seen me a few times and started salivating, wanting to scratch my bumper, but he couldn't quite get it. Huh? I think he lost his wastegate arm.
Yeah, he went into.
A clip
There's something
come
going
off,
on.
So he, you know,
down on power.
I'm sure he could have hit me.
Yeah.
He's a good driver.
Oh, absolutely. But he couldn't get you. Right. He got you on time, just not physical.
I'm working my way up, getting a little, gaining a little each time. So I'm pretty stoked.
So you're going to tear it down a little bit this winter and get ready for the 2025 Yellowstone Off-Road Racing Series?
Oh, I'll be ready. I think I'm gonna try to maybe go to a couple best in the desert races.
All right.
This winter.
That'd be fun.
But I gotta still do a few things to my car, not too much, but
heck yeah.
So I might do that, but I'm for sure gonna be here next year.
Awesome.
Sure.
Well, Aaron, it's been a lot of fun watching you this season, and I just love the attitude. You're here to play and having fun doing it.
That's, really, it's all about having fun and being
100%.
able to run your car like you stole it and not worrying about the Forest Service giving you a ticket or something.
Yeah.
I've been given a few warnings out on the trails, so it's good to have a place to really run them where they're made, how they're made to be run.
And in a safe environment, too.
Yeah.
Aaron and Grizz and the whole Yellowstone Off-Road Series puts on one heck of an event. And like you said, lets you able to test the limits.
Yep. They do, and they do a great job, man. And I appreciate all the Grizz and Aaron and everybody else, all the volunteers. This just couldn't happen without a lot of people here to help. So
absolutely.
I appreciate them more than...
Go ahead. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun this season. I missed Powell, but I've made the rest of them, and we'll see where the schedule lays out next year. But I hope to be able to jump in there next year and watch you keep battling it out.
I missed Powell this year, too.
Oh, okay,
I actually
all right.
didn't even have that car. I got another car I've been having some issues with for a couple years, so I finally bought a new car, but I didn't have it.
Well, you
when,
picked a good car to buy.
Man, them things are, dude, those cars are rippers, man. They are fun. It's amazing what they'll soak up as far as bumps and, G-outs, and they're amazing.
Absolutely. Well, we'll see how it all shakes out, and we'll see you here on the podium once again tonight, Aaron. Always a pleasure, buddy.
Cool. Thank
all right,
you.
Good seeing you.
Thanks.
Great times. So we got Mark Jensen and Kurt Jensen hopping in here with us here in the T&E Cat Studio. How you guys doing?
Good. Feeling great.
It's been a long day, hasn't it, Mark?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm bummed to see you not finish the race in entirety, but the car finished, and Kirk brought it across the line.
Kirk brought it home for us. I'm proud of him. He
It
was
was-
trying to wave signals to me, but I couldn't see out of that side, so I couldn't see what he was
Yeah, we
waving.
kept on losing comms, and my seat broke at one point. So I was
Seat
just,
broke?
Yeah, broken. It's just the straps are kind of holding me, and that was all. And the sway bar broke. I lost a tire on the last lap.
I saw that at the right front and then took out the flag. We'll bill you later for that one.
Can't stop to change the tire.
No, not on a race like this. But yeah, it was a lot of fun watching out there. And how cool is it to share this experience with your dad?
That's pretty cool. I wanted him to have a fun time in this race, being his first race.
Yeah, in that car, right?
In that car, and we held first place for a while.
Yeah,
so
quite a while.
I was pretty happy with it.
And was it cool having your son co-drive for you?
Yeah, that was awesome. I think he was a little nervous because he usually drives the car. And to have his old dad take the driver's seat, I think he's just a little bit nervous. He said, Dad, you're going to flip the car and turn. You need to slow down a little bit. I think that after a while, he got used to the power slides.
You know, by the sixth lap, I was telling him
Shout out to Kevin Taylor, who is one of the people we sponsor. He asked me how the butterflies were just before the race started. It says, well, I ate the butterflies. They're in my tummy.
Looks like Brian Drake just comes across the line, 7th overall. A great run by him, the doctor. But yeah, great to. So the butterflies, they're in there still. Get rid of them tomorrow.
Oh, no,
huh?
it's a different kind of butterfly now. It's kind of green.
Nauseous.
Yeah, I can see that.
Driving with one eye makes you a little bit nauseous.
Oh, I'll bet. Yeah, but you made it almost to the finish. The car did. So did you make that last lap by yourself, Kurt?
I mean, I guess it was just me. I had no comms, so.
Was anybody
no, there was no co-driver.
There was no co-driver.
Yeah, no co-driver.
Yeah,
we didn't have time to get anybody else sized up to the Hans.
And the seat was broken.
Oh, and that, so not worth it. So you made the last lap all by yourself. You remembered enough to get through it, huh?
Yeah, I forgot where a couple of rocks were.
Well, apparently.
hence the flat tire.
Where'd you catch it? How far into
Actually,
the track?
I think I got it in the rock pile.
Oh boy, so you drove the entire last lap.
I know, I did that rock pile 7 times and didn't flatten the tire.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that I know how to preserve the tire. I'm the one that bought the tire. The guy that pays the bill is going to be a little more careful with the equipment.
You have anything to say back to that?
So,
whoops.
Kirk drove it like a rental is what he did.
Last lap, I drove it like it was the last lap.
There you go. No, it was a great time watching you guys out there. So we were talking about it. The ORI struts, they've been around for 20 plus years, right?
Well, about 22 years.
Yeah, so kind of give us a rundown on exactly what an ORI strut is, because they're a really amazing.
Oh, they are
The 10-cent tour.
they-
Don't get too far over our heads.
Big difference between ours and the triple bypass or coilovers is we don't have a flow through piston. It's sealed on both sides. So we can pressurize both the upper chamber and the lower chamber of the strut, giving us a lot more roll stability.
Okay.
And this strut we're racing on today it's its debut. It's a brand new Generation 3 strut. We had problem blowing out O-rings with the older versions. Found out in the racing hammers and a few other races. So we completely did a redesign for higher oil flow. So we have a lot, actually almost 94% improved oil flow through the strut.
Wow, that's a lot.
And with the improved O-ring design, we don't blow them out. We don't have leaks.
That's a big,
I'd say
big
it
deal.
was the best feeling that they've ever felt in
Nice.
any race.
And you've raced that car quite a bit.
Yeah, I have, and it's never been that comfortable.
Nice. So it's really leaps and bounds above what it was. Huh?
It felt good and it didn't fail. They didn't get hot. They didn't
Nice.
get overheated.
Oh, they might have gotten hot, but we'll see.
I guess you'll get home and test them out, huh?
I could put my hand on them and hold my hand on them, so they.
Oh,
wouldn't
okay,
feel
that's
hot.
pretty good. Yeah.
That's a good sign.
That's a great sign. Looked like
Yeah.
Andy Patak came through finishing his lap, top 8. So great run for him. Let's see. So yeah, you guys got second in class.
Unofficial.
Yeah, unofficial, second in class and 5th overall. So that's
Fifth overall,
that's
okay.
pretty impressive. And don't forget, 2 of those in front of you didn't have to run the rocks. So you know, I mean, overall it's just for bragging rights.
Oh, they did not run the rocks. So
No,
I
no.
think we ought to make them go through there. Just
Well, they're 2-wheel drive. They wouldn't make it.
Yeah.
Well, actually, those 2 cars are 4-wheel drive. They're just scared of them.
We slipped into second on the rock pile in one lap, and I thought we'd lost our front end.
Oh, yeah.
I popped it back in for it.
You're like, whoops.
Yeah, things started feeling real loose there after a while.
Yeah. No, it was a lot of fun watching you guys out there battling.
Oh, it was a blast.
Father-son duo out in the car. Just really cool to see it.
This Wild West 100 track, that's got to be the most fun I've ever seen or been on.
Oh, I love hearing that.
I'd like to come out here just to run the razors.
Oh, just for fun,
Yeah,
huh?
it'll turn sharper than my car.
Well, what you can do is tomorrow morning, bring it out. There's a bunch of orange cones. Start picking those up.
Yeah, they're saying something about our IFS steering. We have some ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
that car can't steer for crap.
Yeah,
That's
so
the
when you were doing your 2 or 3 point turnaround, I was saying like the engineering genius in you was thinking, this sucks. What can I do different to make it turn more?
We already have pictures of it.
All right.
Yeah, we know what we're going to do. Can't have that uniball steering. That just doesn't work.
That means we got a lot more welding to do.
Yeah, no doubt. Is that something you'll try to tackle before King of the Hammers?
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
The car looks like it's in pretty good shape. So worst case, give it a good shakedown and evaluate the situation, huh?
Right.
Well, if it's just a flat tire, I think we're doing good. Broken sway bar and a flat tire.
I think the rack's gone too. It's missing some teeth for sure.
It's from Arkansas, huh?
Yeah, it's just clicking when I turn. I'm like, that doesn't feel good.
Yeah, the steering felt really strange.
Yeah.
It's a rack opinion.
And we'll fix the sway bar and we'll fix the tire and the rack, and we have another rack for it.
Oh yeah, we have a race in 4 weeks.
Right, Nationals.
Oh, you're going to Old 4 Nationals. Perfect.
We hope so.
Yeah, well, it sounds like you are going to make it.
That's a rough track.
Yes, it is.
This is a fun track. That's a rough track.
Yeah, it's got the ghost pass, it's got the gnarly rocks, it's got the water crossings. Davis, Oklahoma at the Crossbar Ranch for Ultra 4 Nationals. That's one of my favorite courses because it has a little bit of everything. It's
my
it's
very
tough.
first race.
What year was that one?
2019 or 2020.
Okay, I was there for that.
Well, no, this is my very first race in this generation.
Well, that was.
I used to do some mud racing.
Yeah, he did mud racing back in the day. It was really cool to watch him.
Yeah, that was
back
fun.
in the 80s.
Back in the 80s. So 40 years later now.
About 35 years for him.
Yeah.
Let's see what I do in another 40 years.
Yeah, no doubt. No, it's been a great time watching it. It's been fun, and you're going to be on that podium here in just a little bit, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, where's that going to be?
At the Y.O.R.R. trailer.
Oh, perfect.
Here in, hopefully about an hour or so.
We just have to thank you guys for putting this on. You did an excellent job.
Yeah, well, thank you. And it's all I did was talk about it.
Shout out to Yellow Road Off-Road Racing. I think this is just great.
Yeah, Aaron and Grizz with Yellowstone Off-Road Racing did a great job. So, yeah, we'll let you kind of chill out for a little bit, and we'll do some podiums here after a bit. So,
all right,
Mark,
thank you very
good
much.
seeing you. Kurt, always a pleasure, buddy. Good seeing you guys.
If you want to sneak out the front, it's easier.
Okay.
Looks like Joe Miker has tuned in. As long as my buddy back home from Paola, Hoggy and Cindy, been watching today. Lots of fun racing.
We got another racer coming across. Oh, that's the 808 car of Austin Pyatt. He should be crossing the race finish. I think he's on his last lap. He is. He will be getting the checkered. Looks like the only person we got out there left should be Brenna Goodwin. He just got the checkered.
Looks like Austin Pyatt just came through.
Yes, he did for the checkered.
All right, so that puts him 9th overall. No, Austin Pyatt looks like he's a lap down. Unless my timing hasn't updated.
I don't think he's updated. It said 8 before.
Okay,
so.
Perfect. So Austin Pyatt comes through. Looks like unofficial 9th. And joining us here in the T&E Cat studio, we have Jeff Reckamaki.
How you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm good. Hey, you guys gave me that name last night.
That's true.
And you lived up to it.
Yeah, intentionally.
Oh, man. No, Jeff Hatamaki, you were out there running strong all day, and you were chasing down the race leader there for a little bit. You were on his heels, and then he was able to bypass the rock, so he jumped you a little bit. But, man, you ran one heck of a race. What happened 3/4 of the way through when you slowed down on that lap?
So we went into the rocks, and like they say, it's going good until it's not. So
Yeah.
The second part of the rock section that we've been acing all day, we just decided that would be a great time to turtle the car and wipe out the front end a little bit. So we got a little bit deeper into that lap and discovered that steering was going away.
Steering was okay.
Yeah, so
we were worried
had to,
about that.
Yeah, we had to hop out of the car and bypass our steering cooler.
Oh.
Fortunately, it was a pretty quick fix, but.
So was the cooler leaking, or what was going on with that?
I think maybe when the axle compressed, it smashed into a fitting that was leaking.
Ah, okay.
The power steering cooler.
All right, well, just tough break there, but
Yeah, but newish car to us, so it was lots of great,
and that
great seat time out there.
that Miller Pro chassis is absolutely beautiful, man. That thing's a work of art, and you've really shined her up nicely. And then unshined her a little bit.
Yeah,
broke her in. How about that?
You couldn't leave it pretty the whole time.
No, you gotta knock the new off a little bit, right?
And you did that a couple times, but man, it looked good. And you were running strong. And is that an LSX 454?
No, so it's a 416 LS built by Gen 3 Speed
Oh.
in Kelowna.
Yep, you said that last night even. I should have had that.
About a 620
But
horse
man,
or so build. Yeah.
It sounded good and it was ripping.
Yeah.
You were definitely on the lead pace until you weren't. But I think you're second in class. So that's still pretty impressive. And man, that was just a lot of fun watching out there ripping it up. What was your favorite part of the track out there?
I think once we kind of figured out the speed of the back section when we could really start opening up, that was a lot of fun.
Kind of fast, flowy, but not wide open.
No,
you had to check up, Yeah,
there was definitely some spots where we were getting into third and really bugging, and that was a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
How was the track? How did it hold up? Did it get pretty rough? Or?
It's hard to say because our shocks, we only got the one shock per corner for the 4800, so you start getting that shock fade halfway through the race. So is it the track's beat up, or are you beat up, or is the car
it's the car beat? Yeah, it's a yes.
All beat up. Yeah. But yeah, the ruts were getting a little bit deep, but nothing that was going to throw you over. was great.
No, it was a lot of fun watching you out there, ripped it up, and like I said, you had the pace there to be a contender at the end until it wasn't. But man, it was fun. Who all do you want to thank for helping you get out here?
Well, obviously my wife Demi, she's back home taking care of our cats, and allowing me to do all this nonsense and peel out all the time. My co-driver Mitch Brokenfor, he just kind of hopped in the car on 2 days' notice and did a great job.
Oh, so it wasn't Aaron in the car. That's right.
Yeah,
so Mitch Brokenfor, we saw him racing yesterday.
That's right.
That's
There
right.
was a
Okay.
4500 that he was racing yesterday, and we convinced him last night to hop in the car because Aaron's back's been a little bit of a problem for him. So that was great. And then just our sponsors, Toyo tires. You didn't even have to worry about getting the flat. Lots of traction with the Toyos. Gen 3 speed. They built by Motor. Obviously, lots of power. Sounds great. Night Rider LEDs, Brake Fab Motor Spirits, OK Tire Rutland, and Coast Power Training Clone have all kind of helped me get here. And it's been great.
Awesome. Yeah, it was a lot of fun out there watching you, and you put on one heck of a show. And again, that Miller Pro chassis is just a sharp-looking car. And watching you through the rocks, probably the most impressive part is the steering. I mean, you'd go full lock, and it's over 50 degrees, right?
That's right.
Do you know what the degree is?
Over 50.
Yeah, over. Hey, that's what I kept saying.
It's like 51 or.
Yeah. So over 50 degree steering, and I mean, you probably don't want to go full throttle at that, but you can still beat on it at that. I mean, it's pretty impressive what Eric Miller with Miller Motorsports has done with that car.
Yeah, really came into shine in the back sections too. I mean, we're talking to some of the other drivers about having to back up to make corners, and in the process, you just turn the wheel a little bit more and around you go.
Yeah, that was great. A lot of fun to watch. What's next on the agenda for you?
King of the Hammers.
Okay, perfect. So get back, tear it down.
Yep.
Well, maybe not tear it down. I don't think you did too much issues to it, but check it out heavily.
Yeah. Front bulkhead needs a rework. It's been broken from our crash, unfortunately.
Ah, bummer.
But yeah, it's kind of standard maintenance stuff. We'll go through it, make sure she's good, and we're going to come out fighting for King of the Hammers this year.
And then make the drive from all the way from Canada, huh?
Yeah, it's about a 26-hour haul for us.
Yeah, okay. I'm Kansas City, and it's probably about a 22-hour haul, guess not too much further, but different parts of the world for sure. Awesome. Well, Jeff, it was a great time chatting with you last night. It was a great time watching your race today, and great showing.
Thanks for coming out.
No, thanks for putting us on. It's a great race.
And we'll be throwing out some of those Fire River Racing trophies here in just a little bit. So be sure to join us for the award ceremony, and we'll have a few frosty beverages, eh?
Looking forward to this.
All right. Well, Jeff, good time seeing you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Have a good one. Jeff Hatamaki.
Oh, I think this is our last finisher.
I think we're going to have some excited people there on the interwebs.
Yes.
This is Mrs. Brenna Goodwin out there, and she is coming through.
Oh,
I know she's got a lot of fans.
It's all been her blowing up.
Oh, yeah.
Fans
her fans have been out there excited. So Brenna Goodwin is coming in and grabbing the checkered flag, one of our final finishers out there. Brenna Goodwin putting on the show and making it happen all the way through 8 entire laps, 72 miles. Brenna Goodwin puts her through its paces. What a great run she had.
Oh, it was awesome to see her out here racing. So she's nervous for the rocks at the first, and then she got used to it, and she did awesome in them. Blew a tire, etc. So I think we're going to finish up here.
Well, Grizz, it's been so much fun out here racing with everybody. It's been a wonderful weekend. We're about to give away some hardware thanks to Fire River Racing and the Prendergast family. I know I've had a blast. You've had a blast. The racers have had some fun. It's been a great time, having all the racers come in and telling their war stories. It's been fun.
It's been awesome. This has been a great race here on Hogan's property.
Oh, yeah. He's got a beautiful place out here.
He built a heck of a track here. This thing's it's just been awesome.
Yeah,
awesome day of racing.
It's been an awesome weekend of racing. I can't believe the season's over, Grizz.
I know. It's that bittersweet
float by,
part
yeah.
for us. Me
It's
and
like
Aaron.
success. We've done it.
We've
But,
done
oh
it.
man, we're done.
I get some time to myself. I don't have to work on race stuff, but now we don't see our family, our race family.
Yeah, the race
till-
family, and that's
till
something
May.
really special. But we got all night tonight, buddy.
That's right.
Tonight, the party will ensue. We're going to give away those trophies and crown a series champion tonight.
Yes.
Multiple
Those
champions.
champions, yes.
So it's been fun, and next season for 2025 will be similar to this season, correct?
Yep, pretty much same schedule. We'll have the 12-hour race again. We're bringing that back.
At
So we'll start
Broadview.
in Powell
Okay.
in May, Broadview in June. Then July will be Sturgis. But remember, Broadview will have the 12-hour race in the regular. Then we'll go to Sturgis. We'll finish it up here again.
So, and I think you'll be dropping the scheduled dates here in a week or two, right?
Yes. Yep.
Awesome.
We're just finalizing a few things, and we're going to drop the dates. So
awesome. Well,
it'll be awesome.
I really hope it works out, and thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. It's been an amazing day. It's been an amazing season.
Yes, and thank you, Miles, for coming out and joining us.
I've had a
It's
blast.
made this thing a blast for me.
100%. So yeah. So I guess let's do this thing. So again, thank you for everybody tuning in to the 2024 CI Electrical Wild West 100. It's been so much fun. So from the entire broadcast crew here at Yellowstone Off-Road, I'm Miles Haskins alongside Grizz. We've got Dallas behind the scenes, Shelby McDonald's been son, and we will see you all next season.
This is your world, your job, your crew, your CAT compact equipment. And this is the support from your local CAT dealer. This is helping you meet your deadlines, your bottom line, your offers, your savings. This is getting you your parts and everything you need on time, easier than ever. This is what you get from your local CAT dealer.